cunt stream where we talk about musical literacy from the 1980s, and then we're going to bullshit about Kanye or Rodman trying to get Kanye to go write music about North Korea. Welcome. Tonight we've got Ace of Skulls, Buzz of the Hive, Full Metal Pickle, and the one, the only Trippy Poop. And of course, there's some Schmeckle here. He'll probably interrupt and interject a whole lot too. How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, she needs her own show on this channel.
I'm all right.
We're working on it. It's gonna happen. Don't worry.
There's your test, motherfucker.
You should know by now, Trippy. I take all the fucking talent.
Yeah. Let's start hitting up some unboxing channels to get more talent. At some point.
You couldn't handle loot,
Right?
If you take all the talent, then why the fuck is Trey here?
Well,
I take some of the extras too. Sometimes you need to fill some slots, you know.
See, the reason why I'm here is because back when I used to just be in the chat all the time, Schmeckle realized I was funnier than him. So he needed a way to try to shut me down, and that was by putting me on his show.
No, Schmeckle's only trying to get at your mom. Let's be honest about this.
Well, that too. That's just kind of a side quest of his. Oh, look at that.
I wouldn't say
Bringing
it's a
another
side
channels into
quest.
the
It's a lot more
conversation.
entertaining than that.
Yeah. I only said it because Magog.
I know, and that's why I said it was more entertaining than that.
Oh. Because, yeah, Schmeckle sure in the hell has sat and watched it, I'm sure.
I
Nah.
caught some of the old episodes. No, I watched it when Vamp was there in the early days. I have not caught a single episode with Weibo and
Renting
Angie. So anyway, the 1980s, when most of you grew up.
Yeah, fuck you. You know, I was born in 1987, right?
Oh yeah, except for actually you and Ace are both from 87. So we're Tama and Buzz, I guess, grew up.
Yeah, something like that. Kind of grew up in the 80s.
Different areas.
Yeah, kind of grew up in the 80s.
Yeah, it was. I remember those years.
If you remember those years, maybe you can start us off. What was the start of the 80s like, music-wise?
Well, it was.
I don't know. I was 4.
It was kind of. Well, I don't know. It was a lot of stuff. Rock and roll was kind of going big. AC/DC was big in the high school years, late 70s, and then but the 80s kind of just blossomed into lots of different genres. Kind of grew up. MTV
with people screaming in microphones.
Well, yeah. That, and then when MTV actually became popular with the music videos, it was just kind of a wild west of music for all the different genres.
There was so much cocaine. There was so much cocaine, so much heroin.
Sounds like the best part of the 80s, to be honest.
No, fashion shows that it wasn't. Well, okay, yeah.
Now you shut the
cocaine.
Up. Your metal was fantastic.
If you go like King Crimson and the smaller, lesser known bands, sure, but I hated ballad metal. I fucking hated ballad rock. The only one I liked was Queensryche, and they didn't come out till the late 80s.
Good shit.
Yeah. Queensryche was all right, but I'm talking hair metal, like your Motley Crues, your Poisons, your Twisted Sisters.
Well, actually, Quiet Riot was kind of opened the door for Motley Crue. They kind of broke open, made it popular for the rest of those bands. With Come On Feel the Noise, I think it was kind of I've read stories where that kind of opened up the door for Motley Crue and the rest of that type of music to start
so much
hitting the radio waves.
See, I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know Quiet Riot was the way that all of that broke out.
Yeah, Quiet Riot was kind of the first band to really break through and be kind of big and obnoxious like that, and it broke the way for everybody else.
You get radio airplay enough to where it kind of the radio started to go looking at these other bands and from the LA area. And of course, Motley Crue, they shot up and
Yeah, I'd say Motley Crue was probably them, and Poison were probably the ones that made it really big, right?
Then you had Rat. Rat was pretty.
Oh fuck! I always forget about Rat.
So there's a lot of LA bands that were kind of on the West Coast, anyways. I don't know about the East Coast.
The West Coast had a lot of really big bands. On the East Coast, you were more looking at like that was, the 80s is when punk got really big. That's you had Iron Maiden or I read Iron Maiden in the chat, so of course I said Iron Maiden.
Fucking, you want to talk about Operation Ivy? You got Social D, Ramones, Minor Threat, Circle Jerks, No Effects, Bad Religion, GBH. Fucking, oh my god, it was beautiful.
Fearmore, Beer School, Nut Zipper. You had all kinds of great bands in the 80s. It was
fucking Black Flag was around. Like, that's where fucking Henry Rollins got his fucking start.
Yep. That was the East Coast. The West Coast was hair metal and Poison.
Not just hair metal.
Yeah, no, they had a pretty big punk scene. That's
and that was also where Metallica and Megadeth started.
Don't remind me. I lived in Northern California when they got big, and really, Megadeth was so much more talented than Metallica, in my opinion.
Oh, guaranteed.
Just so much more. Even if
so much more talented, but look at both bands nowadays. Look at both bands 10 years ago.
Actually, Hardwired to Self-Destruct was actually a pretty good album.
Okay, yes, I will agree with that. I still think that overall, Dave Mustaine and the people he attracted to make music with were far more talented than Lars and James.
Yeah,
they were.
Oh yeah, like Dave Ellefson, amazing bass player, and Marty Friedman is a mind-blowing guitar player. Yeah.
I will say that, Jason Newsted did offer something good to the band for Metallica, but there was no way you were going to replace, Cliff Burton. There was just no way. He was so talented and he contributed so much to what Metallica was. You can hear the difference in the music. So to me, it's always been, they were relying on their bass player to carry their band, and that's never a good idea to have one member that carries your band. So I never really liked Metallica for that reason.
Yeah, I mean,
you had Anthrax.
Even when they had Mustaine, they weren't as good as what Megadeth went on to be.
Right.
Anthrax, I'd say, out of the big four, Anthrax would be at the bottom for me.
Yeah, okay. One of my favorite bands from the 80s is Primus.
Yep.
Primus.
Not a huge fan. I never got into the whole funk metal thing.
It was, Primus was a crossover for me because I listened to a lot of the Grateful Dead and, String Cheese Incident and Fish and hippie rock and stuff. And then I also listened to metal, and Primus was a nice a gap for that. It reached across and it brought it all together for me. So it was, fun. And the drugs you could get at a Primus show were pretty impressive.
I assume going to a Primus show would be worth it for that purpose, but
yes.
Yeah.
I was never big into them.
Oh, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Psycho Fire mentions the Red Hot Chili Peppers. There's another band from the 80s that kind of changed music, didn't they?
Yeah, but they didn't gain popularity really till the 90s.
Until the 90s, yeah.
How would you say they changed music?
They brought the oddity of what would become grunge, and they kind of showed it early, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, they exposed it in themselves.
Yeah. A little too much, but yeah.
Yeah, I was never big into them either. I mainly liked the whole, basically all of the metal that came out during the 80s, like all the bands that got big and well known, at least. And I liked the rock with that fucking 80s sound, with the synths and all that.
Oh, so you're talking more like are you talking metal or rock? You talking like pop rock, like brain come back to me, Glenn Frey and
Yeah, I liked all the metal and all that, but then also things like fuck, In Excess, like shit like that.
Oh, Schmeckle, you told me your favorite band of all time
man,
with Autograph.
For that, yeah.
Hey, Autograph wasn't bad.
I told you, Pickle.
No, it was. It's not a bad group.
Schmeckle running around singing.
It's just
turn
too
up the
bad
radio.
Randy Rhoads passed so early, man. He was awesome.
Yeah.
But Randy Rhoads but that was the 70s, man.
Did you guys cover that
really
John Lennon died in 1980?
Really odd.
Not yet.
Nobody cares.
Well, see, but
That was the day the music died. There was no music
Oh
after
yeah,
that.
we can't do the '80s without talking about John Lennon's death.
Yeah, because Randy Rhoads was played with Ozzy and Quiet Riot too.
Yeah, dude, John Lennon died
Before they actually got
because John Wilkes Booth shot him in the head while he was watching a play.
Damn it, Trippy.
Man, but there were two
Next to Jodie
shooters.
Foster.
Yeah, there was a shooter in the bushes.
It was a shooter in the bushes, and his wingman at the time was Jodie Foster.
Yeah, John Wilkes Booth and Jodie Foster. They were alive at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I heard Queen Elizabeth was behind it because it's
But,
some marriage thing.
I definitely
Oh.
know that Mark David Chapman was the. Why do all these assassins have 3 names?
Because that's how they do it.
It's the trend of fucking naming them. Most people have 3 names: first, middle, last, right?
Yeah. But
It's just
like,
if somebody assassinates somebody, well, I'm sure it was a
first,
marketing thing
and
from
last.
after the first guy who had 3 names, right?
It was
Yeah, but there could be 1,000 or a million other fucking Mark Chapmans.
I figured out the solution, though. I figured out the solution. I gave my kids 2 middle names. They won't be
Yeah,
assassinated.
actually, I got 2 middle names too, so I'm probably safe.
Well, the 2 people ever shot in the back of the head of the theater is President Lincoln and the guy sitting in front of Pee Wee Herman.
Yep.
Nice.
We should probably talk about Pee Wee Herman because he did release an album in the 80s, didn't he?
Yeah,
Pee Wee Herman did music?
Yes.
I didn't know about that either.
I didn't know.
I think it was kids' music, but he released an album of some sort. It was a performative thing.
Yeah.
It was
And
attached
then he
to
went
whatever his
on to
performances were.
masturbate in a theater.
Yeah.
Dude, that's all he did, though. That's not that fucking bad. I mean, at
I
least
know.
he played on a child.
It's pretty bad though. I mean,
No,
like,
actually, at the time that he did it, no, it wasn't. It was pretty common. We had adult theaters where they played adult films, and you could go in, and everybody else was doing it too. It just
What?
happened that Pee Wee Herman. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a
exist,
pretty
adult-
common.
I always thought those were like a Japanese thing.
No,
Nope,
dude,
those were in the West
still-
Coast. I don't know about anywhere else.
They're
And
still
so-
around.
Some movie producer ran with
You
it.
still
It's
have
something
adult
about
theaters where everyone can go and jack off together.
Dude, there's a
They
couple
aren't
of them
supposed
in
to, but
Detroit.
they do. Yeah.
There's a couple of them in Detroit. There's a few actually just like adult sex shops
You're
that
more,
have
more
theaters.
down to LA.
I don't think we have those in Canada.
You probably do. Go get your fucking your leather leopard print pants that you wear when you're listening to Autograph and go on down.
I forgot about Autograph.
Schmeckle's thinking about it now. He got super quiet.
Another,
He's like,
I'm
"This
trying
is a
to
good idea."
figure out if the missus has any leopard print pants.
Oh gosh.
Is your missus dressed like Peggy Hill or Peggy Bundy?
Bundy.
Oh God, I wish. Christ, I wish.
You got
You know
Schmeckle
what I
sitting
would have
next
done
her with
to
his hand
Peggy
down his
Bundy,
pants.
and what I would currently do to modern day Peggy Bundy?
Nothing. She's a ginger.
Is she?
No, I
Yeah.
think it was dyed hair, wasn't
No,
it?
no, I think she's actually naturally a brunette.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, she ain't got the freckles.
She's like 6 foot tall, though. She's really fucking tall.
Yeah.
Oh no! If she's taller than
Katie
me, fuck
Seagal.
that.
Katie Seagal.
That's
Also, she
it.
has one eye and purple hair.
Yes, she does.
What?
She does it. She can shoot like a motherfucker, and she can kick your ass.
Yeah, she was. Schmeckle, you don't watch Futurama?
And she's
Oh fuck yeah!
she's
right,
a
I forgot
really-
she was Leela.
Yeah.
she's a really down to earth fucking person. I've met her because one of my buddies growing up, that is actually his aunt.
Cool.
So yeah, like very fucking cool, down to earth, like not like have that celebrity type mindset.
I bet she's got a temper, though.
Oh,
I bet she's got a temper.
Well,
She
yeah.
looks like she has one.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. She looks like she has one. She could definitely boss Schmeckle around.
Hey, as long as she lets me put it in for her, I'll allow it.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you're tall enough, Schmeckle.
He's definitely not.
I think you have to be this tall to get on that ride. And I don't know.
3'6".
You know, there may be a height requirement for that woman. I don't know.
If she's 6 foot, I'm only an inch shorter than her.
Like 7 inches. Aren't you 5'4"?
No.
Oh,
Just get an encyclopedia, call her your study buddy, man.
5'11". How tall are you, Schmeckle?
An inch shorter than 6 feet, 5'11".
Okay.
Not as tall as I'd like to be. I'd like to be at least 6 feet.
Don't worry about it. You bump your head on more shit when you're 6 feet.
And until I started hiring all you motherfuckers on, back when it was just me, Anon, Wrath, and Samaj, I was the tall one.
Out of that group you just named, the only two good ones are Samaj. That's gonna come back to haunt me later.
It is. I have a story about bands that partied in the 80s. Motley Crue partied with the Bangles, and Motley Crue said they would never party with the Bangles again because the bitches were too wild. Actually, out-partied Motley Crue.
Nice.
Yeah, when Nikki Sixx actually
Vince Neil
woke up.
killed a guy. Vince Neil fucking killed a guy. Multiple people, actually.
Well, and for
But
a while
most
there, he actually looked like a woman.
what was his name? Razzle from the New York Dolls. He fucking killed him. He was driving drunk and he hit a family,
Oh.
and the family and Razzle died.
How could I forget this band?
He only did a couple months in jail.
Yeah, he has a radio show he does now too.
Wasn't Guns N' Roses from the 80s?
Yes.
I mean, the Slash hat, they're just kind
Yeah,
of...
they would have started around 83, 84.
Yeah, see?
Guns N' Roses, their first major song, let's see, 85 or 86, I think their first song hit the billboards.
Yeah, but I'm talking...
It must have been like 86 when they got real big, because that's when I had a crush on Axl Rose. I was 11.
Ugh.
Well,
Yeah.
They picked up in at least 85.
What's his origin? I googled
Yeah,
it.
what the
'cause
heck?
I'm a Google whore. It says origin Los Angeles, California, 1985.
Mm-hmm.
and you
There we
got
go.
fucking Journey too. They were fucking rocking through the 80s.
They were still big. You know, Alabama was still around.
And
Did Journey
Leppard.
start in the 70s?
Definitely.
Def Leppard is what keeps strip clubs going to this day. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Was it Pour Some Sugar on Me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, Warren with Cherry Pie. You know, a band that people don't remember very often is Slaughter.
Pie.
Yeah,
Slaughter.
I'm sorry. Pour Some Sugar on Me. Yeah, it's a great song. Great to
Stripper song.
great to
Yeah.
watch strippers strip to. If you actually think of the concept, it's not all that sexy. I'm not gonna really enjoy just pouring sugar on a chick. Or have
lick it off.
sugar on me.
Supposed
I
to
read the
lick it
story
off.
behind
I got the
that,
peaches, you got the cream.
Yeah.
Wait, well, why does he have the peaches and she have the cream?
Because that's what happened back in the 80s.
That's what happened
Guys could
afterwards,
produce the
man.
cream.
You
Wait,
got her peaches and the cream's on her, you know?
Yeah, he's holding the peach. He's got the peaches. He's got the bitches. She's got what will make him cream. It was far more colorful and less direct back then.
But actually, I read a story on that. It just happened that it wasn't a big hit for them until they started, the strip clubs picked it up because of the beat and stuff, and then it just took off from there.
Yeah.
And then everybody, at least everybody over 18 and male knew the song.
Well, let's say.
And then it was in Bad Grandpa.
Yeah, but Bad Grandpa, that was relatively recent, wasn't it?
Yes, but that scene is extremely cringeworthy.
Never seen it.
me neither.
Little
But
boy
she's bad
dressed as a
Santa.
girl does a
Really?
striptease during a beauty pageant.
So Irate Prostate just popped into the chat and said they re-released Appetite without the raping robot.
Robot.
So,
They took out the part of the artwork.
oh,
Wait,
that's
really?
right. Yeah, that's right. They did. I had friends who had the original. I
just heard
had
a
the
bee.
original. That was Buzz.
It was, wasn't it?
He's the Hive, right? It was Buzz.
He's gonna
Blame
Buzz.
What?
Put on your
Oh.
fucking protective gear. I heard a bee.
And you also got like Styx,
just be a
Depeche
smoker.
Mode in the 80s,
No. Depeche Mode.
and
Isn't that like the
Styx.
ultimate goth band or some shit.
Joan Jett. I mean, this guy is
The ultimate goth band?
Depeche Mode was
Gothy,
industrial music, but whiny enough that all of the fucking goths loved it.
Well, if you want to talk about goth in the 80s, you have to go with Bauhaus.
Yeah.
Just heard
Or
a
The
bee.
Cure.
Then you had
Well, The Cure kind of really Typo Negative. Typo Negative was really the face of 80s goth, 80s and early 90s goth.
Mm-hmm.
you had Tears.
And Typo Negative is
Romantics,
still
I
going
mean,
strong.
Oh, I know.
No, they're not.
It seems
What?
really weird to hear that a goth band is
Peter
still
Steele
going
died
strong.
years ago.
Really?
Who?
Yeah.
I didn't
Oh
hear
my
it.
God! I thought I saw a thing where they were touring.
Now,
Maybe that was, I don't pay attention.
Godbother in the chat says, I'd love to flip a coin between Samantha Fox and Joan Jett to pop my cherry. For those of you that don't know, Godbother is a 40-something-year-old Australian virgin. And the obvious answer, Godbother, is don't
Joan
flip the
Jett.
coin, put the coin down, and take Joan Jett.
Just Samantha
you
Fox,
were
no.
both.
Joan Jett, no. Samantha
Although
Fox is fucking crazy. Joan Jett.
Joan Jett, I think, has aged pretty poorly. So,
Not that
Jesus.
bad.
yeah,
Not that
well,
bad.
she's no fucking Grace Slick, but also, please, Triffy, just for the audience, can you once again pull up a picture of what Grace Slick looks like nowadays?
Oh my God, she is so
Yeah.
terrifying.
She looks so bad, and she used to be so hot.
Well, that's what happens when you rock through the 70s and 80s and you refuse to go to the institution you should have gone to until the 90s.
So many drugs.
Well, then you get some of those artists have so many surgeries.
Ooh. Was
Oh,
Typo
you
Negative
find one.
91? I could have sworn I heard them back in the 80s, but you know.
Well, a lot
Thank
of
you,
these
Prostate.
they started towards the late 70s into the 80s, and they are classified as an 80s band, even though they've kind of.
Well, the punk band that they
Fucking ready
started
for this.
as was in the 80s. But yeah.
All right,
Okay, so
Prostate,
then-
Sure,
when you
he wants me to
mentioned
do
Black
this.
Flag. We're gonna get back to punk soon. Don't worry.
Here.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
yeah.
baby. You calm
Yeah,
down.
no, she's terrifying.
Do 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 do.
She looks like
Kill
like
it with fire.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
so bad.
She's Jabba the Hutt with hair.
She's
Oh,
like,
Jesus.
It's
Okay.
Jabba the Hutt with a wig.
You know
Yeah,
you
it
want
looks
this.
like look at that hairline. That doesn't look like it's natural hair.
Oh,
It
baby.
looks like it's a crooked wig.
Jabba the Hutt with a wig.
I
No,
think this is a
click that one
better-
with the two of them.
Damn it, now
next to
I'm
each other.
imagining Jabba the Hutt singing White Rabbit.
Oh, look at that.
Here,
Oh,
She used to be so fucking hot, and now she's
So fucking not.
oh, God.
and Schmeichel's like he'd still do it because he'd just be able to say that he did it.
Oh, I'd do it to say I'd done it, definitely, without a doubt.
Oh,
Ray Slick, if you happen to be watching, I know you probably haven't been late in a while. I'll do it.
God.
And it's
You
free.
fly me down. You put me up in. I can't afford no hotel, and I'll do it.
Oh,
She'd have to
God.
stay at her place.
She looks like she's had a stroke or something, too. Half of her face is leaning, and
She's missing teeth.
well, I'm missing teeth, but that's 'cause,
She's
you know,
missing
life.
front teeth.
Okay.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
almost
not
missing
really.
teeth.
I mean, here's another side by side.
Okay, maybe
Dentures, man.
maybe it was just hidden in
I
shadow or something.
heard you put a quarter behind here, they fold back.
But, I mean, probably dentures. To be
You're gonna
honest.
make me choke on my coffee.
Who the hell?
Nah, Trippy, can you look up what modern day Joan Jett looks like?
No, I can't.
She-
Google
she
doesn't work like that.
She doesn't
Oh
look
shit!
that
I forgot
bad.
that Google doesn't work with Joan Jett. It's one of the few things that. Oh, see that's not good.
How's that not?
Really?
Good? Hold on a minute.
That is not
Okay,
the
so
type
she's
of old
had a
lady I want to
facelift.
fuck.
She's had a facelift. She still looks better than Cher.
Yes,
That's not
by far.
That's not where you set the bar. You set the bar a lot higher than Cher.
Well,
Really?
she looks a lot better than Gene Simmons.
Or Grace
Yeah.
Slick, for that matter.
Yeah.
Well, and okay, just look at the rest of the Cherry Bomb or the Runaways.
Oh,
She's-
no. Shut your fucking mouth. Lita Ford is still gorgeous.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say she's not doing too bad, save for Lita, but the rest of the band, dude, they all look pretty rough. They made some really bad choices.
Lita Ford's got that finger thing going on though.
I would
Remember?
still put it in that so many times.
Yeah, the stumpy finger.
The one, it's not that bad. I mean,
Yeah, well, you know what? I'd put a fucking glove on her. Put a little cork at that end.
oh yeah. I forget which rock artist it was. I think he was with Def Leppard, but he missing the tip of his finger. He
Def
Tony
Leppard, the
Iommi.
drummer lost his arm.
It's Tony Iommi. He's missing the tips of
oh,
four
yeah,
of his
Tony
fingers.
Iommi.
Yeah.
And you
But,
know what he said that when he was learning how to play guitar or whatever whatever. Anyway, he took caps off of dish soap containers and he melted them down to replace his fingertips.
That's
what he did.
Well,
Yes, John
That's
Doe, you are
fucking-
right. She's no Elvira.
And,
he MacGyvered himself new fingers.
It's fucking metal.
The story behind him.
Oh,
losing
with
his-
this lighter and these bottle caps, I make fingers.
Yep.
the story behind him losing his fingers is kind of fucking interesting because, like, his mom pretty much told him, like, you know, you're not gonna make it in music. Fuck that shit. Go back to work. So he went back to work, and no shit, like that day, he fucking lost the tips of his fingers. He was pretty much like, all right, fuck you, bitch. I lost the tips of my fingers. I'm going to relearn how to play guitar. And now I'm going to fucking just rock out with my cock out.
Hey, who was the dude that we looked up earlier, Buzz? You were the one
Dead or
that came.
Alive.
Link,
The lead
Irie
singer in Dead
Prostate.
or Alive. I forget
Yeah.
his name, but
I got it.
John Bon Jovi?
And he has a link. Damn, I'm fast because I had that literally already.
Peterbilt Confederacy 379 says, "Does Lita Ford have nudes?" Trippy, please stop presenting and look that up immediately because I hope so.
I don't think so, but let me. And while I'm doing that, I'll.
Well, if there are, we must see them.
too.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that there are. It turns out most of the really, really attractive celebrities don't, and most of the really, really gross ones have so many that it's hard to avoid seeing them.
Then why haven't yours leaked?
Because I'm very, very, very smart. They don't need to be leaked. They're available on Pornhub.com/thecunstream.
Yeah. All right, let's see.
Porn.
There's a lot of fake nudes, it looks like, of Lita Ford.
Is that a forward slash or backslash?
Obviously, it's a forward slash. You know how URLs work.
It looks like
So,
there might be
Will
one.
you check your DMs by irate.
He sent me a link. What is this link?
He probably found some nudes of Lita Ford for you.
Oh God, I hope so.
We just hear monkey faps.
It's an IMDb page
Oh.
about Joan Jett. That's not going to be nude. And also, it's going to be Joan Jett. Fuck that. The way I see it, an elderly lady is the most attractive when her jowls hang almost as low as her tits. Not when they've been stapled to her cheekbones.
I'm sorry. You know what? Godfather has this hard on for Samantha Fox, and I just found her to be like, I think we're alone now. You know, it was probably one of the dumbest songs to ever fucking come out. I'm sorry. I never liked Samantha Fox. I couldn't stand her voice. It sounded breathy and squeaky and auto-tuned.
I'm not fun.
He wanted me to check the send the link part of that message. I thought you'd already done that, Trippy.
I did. It's on Discord though. I thought that's where he needed me to send.
Motherfucker, just send it on Twitter like a normal fucking person.
Okay, Discord is fast. Twitter sometimes delays shit.
Oh,
True.
talking about
Discord.
news. Wasn't it Tiffany that posed for Playboy or something?
One of them, Smith, Fox, Tiffany, one of them, I don't know. They were all kind of to me. It was like they were trying to create girl bands. Hey, Doc.
Doc Griffin.
Oof, duh. I just
This is that faggot you said I wouldn't like, right, Trippy?
Yes.
Yeah. Schmeichel,
Man, was he mean about you before you got here, Griffin?
I think this,
oh no, that's cool.
Yeah. This is the lead singer from that band Dead or Alive. And
oh
then
God.
this is what he looked like now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, before he died.
yeah.
It's a terrible thing to say, but I think he's better off that way.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
looks
it
like
looks like,
Cher.
yeah.
And
No,
that's
it looks like
something
one of the
nobody should
creatures
have
from
to live
Escape
through.
from LA.
You get looking like that, it's time to end Hero.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's time to, vodka and Valium.
Kill it with fire.
Yeah.
So
No,
at
just-
the near the end of the 80s would have been when hip hop started up, right?
Mid 80s.
No. Well, hip hop
Yeah,
kind of
right.
started in the late 70s, to be honest.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, but what
Yeah.
we know.
Oh no,
as
no, no!
hip-hop
I
now-
mean proper hip hop.
No, what we know is hip hop now started in the late 80s. It kind of took off with Run DMC doing compilations or collaborations and stuff like that.
Walk this
You mean
way.
urban hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the fucking hip hop, a hippity hop type shit.
That was the Sugar Hill Gang. But there was also a band, Schmeichel, I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but
From
they
the
were called
70s.
Fat Boys.
No, I
Yeah,
don't
Fat
think I've
Boys,
ever heard
fuck
of them.
Oh, the Fat Boys. Oh
Boys,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah,
And
they
they
did a
song.
collaboration with the Beach Boys.
They
Yeah,
also
they
did a
did.
song with that they did a music video that featured Freddy Krueger, and I believe he rapped in it.
God damn,
Oh.
that's a fucking blast from the past.
Fuck.
Freddy
That's-
Krueger.
And here I
Oh,
was
shit.
thinking like Addicted to Love and
I hear a commercial.
Dirty Laundry.
Yeah, I'm at the fucking gas pump.
How's my y'all hear me?
Your gas
Yeah, we
pump
hear
plays
ya.
commercials.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
It's an awesome gas station.
fucking problems with audio.
America, man. Shit.
My gas station has a creepy guy that you don't want to walk past.
Well, that's only when you're standing out front, Schmeckel.
I was gonna say, isn't that you?
Yeah, I sit out there.
They got the gas pumps here. They'll even tell you the weather while you're
So
pumping
what?
gas.
They can't afford.
Yeah, that's
They
funny.
can't afford the Indian out front. They have to get a fucking gorilla.
You can see Schmeichel out there in a hat. He's like, help a
Virus.
vet out. He's just like, help a vet out. I've got a fake eye and I'm missing limb. Face.
All right, what's going on?
What's up,
Oh,
Pete?
is it
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh,
Turn your mic down.
loud?
my game fine now?
Too much gain.
Your
Holy
gain went
shit.
way up.
Fuck.
Better now, though.
Test one.
He was trying to get our attention.
There we go.
Test 1, 2.
There we go.
You wanted to come in
That's
to,
better.
to correct something or something
Well,
like
I-
that.
yeah.
No, he just has more musical knowledge from the
Yeah.
time he was making music.
I was in a band, man. Back then, I was open for Dinosaur Jr. That was our big thing.
Holy
Oh,
shit! I
Dinosaur
love
Jr.
Dinosaur Jr.
Mhm. Yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say you were in a band called Irritable Bowel Syndrome.
And there's an awesome punk band called Anal Cunt, which I thought would be
Yeah.
appropriate to talk about.
Anal Cunt. They
Hey,
actually had one song that I really really like. It's called "I Respect Your Feelings."
Oh, and you want that to be the opening, the intro to the country stream.
Definitely,
Yeah.
Just not a
it
bad
was
idea.
such a fucking sarcastic song, and such an accurate portrayal of modern male feminists.
When you mean it actually lasted over 10 seconds?
Yeah, no, it was a good couple minutes.
Okay, it was cool, man, because that was when I met Seth, the guy that was Anal Cunt. He had like a fucking, gave me a 33, and it had 90 fucking songs on it.
Well, yeah, because they did.
It was great.
What was it called? Grindcore, and all of those songs were ridiculously short, made no sense, barely had any proper instrument.
Yeah.
But they stepped away from that for one song to mock basically overly sensitive, pussy whipped men, and wrote a song called "I Respect Your Feelings."
Oh yeah, I bet it's great, man. Seth was such a nice dude and shit. But yeah, that was a really fun gig. The Dinosaur Jr.'s guitar player was tripping his balls off, man. So he kept like playing. He had bought a new pedal that had some kind of synthesizer shit on it with this incredible digital delay. And he had that thing and was going, and that's all that was. He was just him playing his guitar, playing with it all fucking night. The rest of the band were trying to do shit, but he was just off in his own thing, just cranked over everybody, man. And it was just funny as shit. He ran everybody out though, man. It was like people were pissed off, wanted their money back. It was in a place called the Cotton Club in Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I've heard of the Cotton Club actually. Yeah. Big names played there.
I thought he said Cotton Club.
The guy's name on it, Don something. Yeah.
Don Rickles.
No, Dan Nolan. That's his name. Oh. Still owe me $250, Dan Nolan, you dick.
Oh, jeez.
Just for the record, man.
There we go.
Got that out. Feel better. Thanks, Joe.
You're feeling better about it. I can tell.
I remember the horror that was 80s pop. My mom did Jazzercise.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Olivia Newton-John, and
I think if we're going to talk about pop, we need to mention a certain king
Blondie
thereof.
Blondie.
Yeah.
What?
Blondie.
Talking about 80s pop.
Oh, Blondie started in the 70s.
Yeah, Blondie, yeah, they were more new wave, technically, if you want to.
And if you listen back, they're more new wave ska.
Ska, yeah. Mm-hmm. Their early shit is really good.
New wave was a fucking bullshit genre.
I don't know,
It was punk with the balls taken away.
Cell was pretty good. So was Erasure.
It was fashiony too.
Fuck! Speaking of that, during the '80s would have been when
Madonna,
Johnny Rotten went back to his real name, which for some reason I can't remember.
John Lydon.
That's it. No, actually, I don't think that is it.
John Lydon, Lydon.
Yep.
But John Lydon.
Yeah, then they formed Public Image Limited.
Public Image. God, that was a bad band.
Yes.
But it was Johnny.
But it was his lyrics, man, and his fucking.
It was his lyrics, and that's probably a big reason why it sucked. It was not his. It was not his. I mean, maybe it was his attitude, but it was not the attitude he had pretended to have for years. And then he later went on. No,
that first album was good. I thought it was good.
It had some catchy songs. It didn't have good songs. And Godbothers, he's pointing out the same song I was. This is not a love song. And he later went on to do butter commercials.
Yeah. Well, what about, all right, so, God, man, it's like every week you're taking a new, like a new decade, and there's so much shit that happened during these decades, man. It's like a cursory thing, man.
Because you have like Genesis, and then you have Phil Call Me Bill Collins and his album.
Yeah.
Where he attacked Reagan for the entire fucking album. And then you have, like there was so much that was happening in
Peter
music.
Gabriel?
Yeah.
See, he was those.
That's the thing. I'm thinking with the '80s, we might have to make it a two-parter because there was a fuck ton that happened during the '80s.
Yeah, year by year.
Counterculture too. I mean, you guys are talking about People like the Violent Femmes, Dead Kennedys,
Yes.
Buzzcocks.
Yes.
I was going
No
to say,
effects.
Smell,
Buzzcocks.
how the hell are we going to do a
Fuck
part 2 on the 80s, but not the 60s or the 70s?
Man, we can do a part 2 of all of them.
That's what I was thinking. We could
Yeah.
even do a part 2 in the 50s. There was just a lot of stuff that we have to gloss over because
Yeah.
Well, you could do like a part 5 with the 90s. I mean, the 90s had a lot of shit.
Yeah, the 90s changed
the
everything.
90s
Everything.
sucked. I was
No,
alive
they
then.
didn't.
The 90s
And
were.
the 90s had one good thing. It was called grunge, and it was only good for like 2 years.
Nirvana.
Oh, hell no.
It
90s
hailed-
punk was amazing.
It hailed to
90s
death.
punk largely sucked.
Yeah, Green Day and shit. I'm with
No,
you.
me personally, gimme gimmes. No effect.
Fucking Green Day is not goddamn fucking.
It's
No,
not.
it's
not.
fucking pop punk.
started to-
Yeah,
It's-
exactly. It's,
And that's
Y'all
what the
come piss
90s
me the
gave you
fuck
for
off
punk.
with fucking saying Green Day fucking punk.
I'm going to make a declaration right here, okay? I declare that the 90s, all right, with grunge, we saw the official end of originality in all music.
Yeah,
Bam.
The start of the end, yes.
Yeah.
when grunge died, yes.
And so now it's just
No,
recycling.
when grunge started.
Fuck no, because you had Mudhoney, you had Lagwagon, you
And,
had fucking,
okay, maybe not when it started.
Smashing
About
Pumpkins.
2 years in.
no, about 6 years
About
in.
2 years into grunge. He
No,
stopped
about 6 years in.
really original.
What about that band that did that fucking Bulls on Parade song? What was that band?
Rage Against the Machine.
Rage Against the
Them
Machine,
guys.
that's
Why are we
90.
talking
Well,
about
and
the
you
90s?
also have Pearl Jam. You also have Soundgarden. You've got
Motherfucker, shut the fuck up. We're supposed to be talking about the 80s.
We're the 80s.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get
yeah.
at.
Last thing I'll
80s.
say about the 90s is I think it was the music era where they just threw shit up against the wall to see if it stuck.
Yeah, it was the first big sweep of
It
corporatization.
was that way for every form of art. That's when we got the whole fucking just chuck some fucking paint at the fucking wall thing.
Actually, you
Piss
got a point there too.
Yep.
The 70s were more explosive, but the 80s helped refine what they were trying to figure out in the 70s.
Oh, I
They were
remember.
finding
I
it.
was
It was a
trying to
direct
remember from the
reaction to it
80s.
too.
And
I
then
was
that
trying to remember the name of the band, and I totally just remembered it. Soul Coughing.
Oh, yeah.
Soul
Super
Coughing.
Bonbon.
Super Bonbon. Yeah, I love
Love
all
that
their
band.
albums, man. Really great music. Cake came out in the late 80s.
Oh. I
Yeah.
like Cake. I didn't know they'd been
Yeah.
around
I
that long.
thought Cake came
Oh
out.
yeah.
They were like 88, 89 when their first album released.
Okay, so late in the 80s.
Yeah.
Hey, Meppel, you know what else happened?
They've got that fucking 90s sound, you know? I always
You know
figured
what else
they were-
happened, Schmeckle, in the late 80s?
John
Vanilla,
Lennon died. Oh, we already covered that.
that was in 80. Vanilla Ice cut fucking Ice Baby in 89.
Oh, can we talk more Vanilla
No.
Ice? I love Vanilla Ice.
Hey, you guys know the
I
record
love
that
fucking Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice has, right? He was the
What,
first.
AIDS?
He was the first rapper, the first urban hip hop guy to ever have a #1 disc, a number
Yes.
one album.
Right, yeah, because I think MC Hammer was the first one to have a #1 solo, fucking single. There you go.
No, he was the first one to ever get a #1 and be #1
Yeah.
at the top of the Billboard charts.
Oh my God. Ray Croston is over here listing all the bands that my husband, because he was a punker in the 80s, he had the Liberty
Oh
Spikes,
shit! Can we
everything.
talk about some Fugazi and then
I
some
was
Minor
saw
Threat?
Minor Threat,
Oh
Black
shit!
Flag,
And then some
right.
suicidal tendencies.
Yeah, suicidal.
These are all coming out of my head. I'm not looking at anything,
Bad
man.
Brains.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh
Ray,
fuck yes, man. The goddamn
Oh, Bad
brains.
Brains.
Hey, Irate, how about
Jesus
Dead
Christ.
Milkman?
Okay,
Bitchy
Pickle.
Camaro.
you
Yes.
guys, Pickle has something to say. I think
I'm sorry, y'all.
it might just be him saying that he's had that Pepsi on his desk for 3 days.
Drink it, pickle.
TBH, the Vandal.
All he wanted was
Yeah,
one
the Vandals.
Pepsi, and she
Just-
wouldn't
just,
give it to him.
Just
7
one
seconds.
Pepsi. Yeah.
All
So
I
my husband's
wanted
over here
was just
listing all
one
the bands he
Pepsi.
listened to and stuff, and it's just, yeah. The suicidal tendencies and
Madonna.
Oh, I would like to point out, we do have.
Their,
Who the fuck is that?
that's my husband.
You got
Yeah,
Operation
fine.
Ivy.
Man, he sounds beautiful. Can we hook
He
up a
is.
threesome?
You can't have my husband.
Me on him on you.
I sound what?
Him on.
You sound beautiful. He's mine. I don't share him. All mine.
Oh, I wrote a bunch of shit down.
Does anybody remember SOD?
SOD, yes.
Yeah, Stormtroopers of Death.
Stormtroopers of Death?
Yeah, I brought them up when we were streaming earlier. I wrote a bunch of shit down, Schmeckle. Anthrax, Metallica, Megadeth, and
I need to get a splitter for my headphones.
I would like to point out we have
Jesus.
Big Fat Brian in the chat.
Brian.
Big
Hi,
Fat
sweet
Brian.
Brian.
We're going to be talking about you later.
Yeah.
what did he do?
Yeah.
Oh, what did he do? Drippy, you know damn well what he did.
He has an awesome YouTube channel.
I
He
don't know
does
what
have an awesome YouTube
We'll
channel.
be talking about him on the Blackman button. He's not in
Oh,
trouble.
okay.
Oh,
That's
I
right.
thought he was in trouble. Okay, that's why I said, "What did he do?"
Yeah,
Brian,
no, it's going to be good things. I like that. In fact, all right. How did I respond to you when you said you wanted to do him?
You popped a boner. Yeah, I mean, it was just
Everybody wants to.
I was hard as shit.
Fat boy. Yeah.
We were just typing through text, yet he could see the bone. Like his screen got distorted for a moment.
The veins were incredible. It's just not to say.
You know, actually, when Ice redid Ice Ice Baby in the death metal version, that was pretty good.
it was better than the
That was
original, in my opinion.
Oars.
Too cold.
I think
Pretty much.
when musicians really make it to where they're like really making fun of themselves, I think that's when the best
Oh yeah, because
music
it's
you'll
more,
ever see. Yeah.
it's more laid back. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. You guys are right, and then you can make fun of yourself. I mean,
Yeah. And if you've ever been in a band, man, and you watch the movie Spinal Tap, you're gonna fucking
God.
cry at some point because man, that shit.
I
Every go to that
fucking
movie.
love
was
that
real.
movie.
Oh my
But
god.
these go to 11. These go to 11.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave. Oh fuck it, the beekeeper's in charge. That'll be fun.
By the way, I went to a concert that had Violent Femmes opening up for the Dead Kennedys.
Oh fuck yes.
Oh my God.
And no, here's the best part. We go up to the concert venue. There are nuns picketing the show.
oh, isn't it cute?
That was awesome. Nuns walking around with the signs like, if you go to this concert, you will burn in hell, and God hates the Dead Kennedys, which I thought was pretty ironic.
The Violent Femmes was just here the other night with
What?
Echo and the Bunny Man.
Oh god.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's a bad flashback. Echo and the Bunnymen.
Yeah. They're a great band, man. They were good. A lot of these bands, man, were like their albums were shitty sounding, but when you plugged them up and they were live,
They were
they
amazing.
rocked the fuck out, man.
What are you
Like-
talking about? The Femmes sounding shitty on their albums.
Oh man,
No,
I
I'm
thought
not
Femmes
talking
were
about-
kind of an exception.
I'm not picking them out. No, I wouldn't pick anybody out. I'm saying there's some bands, like a lot of people will fucking kick like Echo and the Bunnymen and shit. But when you see them live, man, they'll fucking blow your brains off the stage, man, because they're so goddamn
Hey,
good.
I tell you what, another
Bass players,
band.
God damn.
I rate another band that was like that when I saw them in concert was Adam and the Ants.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Fucking Bow Wow Wow, man. Fucking,
A lot of-
you know,
I think
In
a lot of
Excess
it's
was around that time too.
if
Who?
you get
In
a crappy
Excess?
producer,
yeah.
you get a crappy album.
Man, NXS was fantastic.
Yeah,
You know?
they were good. They were really good. They were really fun on stage, though. Like, if I remember, because VH1 was just getting popular at the time, and they would show a lot of clips from concerts.
Mm.
Because I wasn't old enough to go to concerts myself yet, because my mother was taking me to Huey Lewis and the News and Bruce Springsteen, which I fell asleep at, which tells you how talented they are.
Oh, hey, I would have fucked Michael Hutchins.
Okay, yeah, but Boz Scaggs, really? You take your kid to a Boz Scaggs concert?
No, you have to be alive when Boz Scaggs was popular, and at least in your teens.
Yeah, no, I was a kid. I was 7 or 8. You don't take your kids to a Boz Scaggs or Huey Lewis and the News for that matter.
Hey, how about Men at Work?
Oh, Men at Work was a fun band, dude.
I
Men
know
at
I
Work
saw them
was
twice.
They're supposed to be like amazing shows. I never got to see one.
Who else
Yeah.
is fun to watch play is Brian Setzer from the Stray Cats.
Fuck yeah,
God,
dude.
yeah. Now, see, we were talking about in the chat. We were talking about rockabilly and shit, man.
Stray
and
Cats, man.
holy shit, yeah, Stray Cats. Brian Setzer can
Hell, Skid Roper, Mojo Nixon, Reverend Horton.
Mojo.
Reverend Horton Hughes,
Oh
or
my
Reverend
God.
Horton Hughes, still doing shows.
Man,
Oh, yeah.
Reverend Horton played in the bar that I used to play at. He was a once a monther, right? That's the kind of deal, all right? So, and also, God, the aquarium rescue unit. What's his name in the rescue aquarium unit? Anybody remember that?
No.
God, there's so much shit from back then. Goddamn, Tupelo's chain sex.
Yeah.
See, there's a whole shitload of bands from the South that
And I think Brian Setzer's got another Christmas show coming up this year too.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
Man, and he
Carnival
inspired so many other bands to start up when he went out on his own after the Stray Cats collapsed and he was able to do it.
Yeah.
He really, really did.
Yeah, he brought like Cherry Poppin' Daddies up.
Yeah.
Voodoo
Glow Skulls or something
swing
like that.
era.
Hold on.
Not Voodoo
the
Glow Skulls.
Blasters.
The Blasters.
The
No, who
fucking
was it?
Blasters, man.
Big Real Fish. Didn't he find Big Real Fish? Was it Brian Setzer the one? What?
He
Yeah,
put
I
him
know
on
Big
tour
Fish.
with him.
And fucking, I was telling Irate about Real Big Fish, and he was like, I haven't really heard of him.
Oh,
Yeah.
They did Sellout. That was a really big song in the 90s.
Yep.
They also did Beer for the soundtrack of Basketball.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Love that song.
Tailgaters.
Yeah, there were the Tailgaters. I remember the Tailgaters.
Yeah.
You know, there was so much good music in the 80s. It just like
Yeah.
there was a whole, like the whole soul coughing. There was a genre attached to them, and it was the Axel Foley.
Yeah. Well, Black Flag, I mean, there were all these bands
Yes.
that grew record labels up around them. And I mean, they
Yeah.
would sign any.
Fucking Black Flag, Minor Threat, and
Yeah,
GBH.
Yeah, Black Flag is one of those you got to talk about, man.
Mhm.
Henry Rollins
Minor
is.
Threat seems really really appropriate to modern day with that one song, Guilty of Being White.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like going back
It
and
was pretty good too.
yeah. If you
going-
listen to a lot of these guys that were making songs back then, you realize that it's a reality now.
Mhm.
It's a reality now.
Well, and if you take a look at it, you can pull certain soundtracks that will give you a complete listing of the times and the eras. Like I would suggest, and I hate to say this, but the Flashdance soundtrack is from the 80s.
Yeah.
Repo Man is from the 80s.
He put that up just at the
Did you
time
see
he
that,
said
man? Nah,
Yeah.
man. Let's get
Yeah,
married
I mean,
and
A
fuck
good
this
soundtrack
shit.
I like was Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
that. Was another iconic
good
good
one.
representation.
But they pulled older songs. It wasn't necessarily in 80s. I mean, I know they did some 80s in it.
Yeah, but you hear Zeppelin and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the first movie that actually got permission to use a Zeppelin song.
Mhm.
Oh, Fast Times?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Cameron Crowe was friends with the band.
Mhm.
You've seen Almost Famous. It's Cameron Crowe's story about him actually touring with
Touring
other
with
bands, including Zeppelin.
Zeppelin, yeah, was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how he got the rights to be able to put it into the movie.
Because
And
they
I
were
was thinking
buddies.
Suburbia.
Cool.
I was thinking Suburbia would be something people, if you want to really understand what kind of power and anger and everything else was going into music in the 80s.
How about
Suburbia's a pretty good-
Reality Bites?
Oh God, yeah.
What's that
Yeah.
one about growing up in SLC Punk?
SLC Punk. I
Yes.
think that was 90s though.
That's really, but it's believable. It's a lot like The Scene Was.
Yeah, SLC Punk is a good movie, and like they use music from like the Casualties and fucking, but Casualties didn't come around until the 90s.
But no, but they were using. There was a lot of like. I want to say Minor Threat and DRI, or was it?
Oh yeah,
There was a lot of their music in the soundtrack, or their style music, their edge, their anger.
Yeah, Minor Threat was definitely in there. Fucking, and I think they may have even used one of Black Flag's song. It's been a while since I've listened to the soundtrack.
Okay, well, here's a quick playlist for you: Suicide Machines, The Exploited, Fear,
The Exploited.
Stooges, Specials, Ramones, Blondie, Generation X. Oh, I love Gen X.
Gen X is great.
Velvet Underground, Adolescence, but unfortunately disqualified because it was in '98. It was actually released in 1999. So SLC Punk is kind of out of the '80s.
Yeah, so it doesn't. Yeah. Right. Well, see, Velvet Underground's '60s. I mean, shit. That's
They did across generation. I mean, come on, Gen X was definitely '80s. The Identity's '80s, but the Ramones, they started in the mid '70s.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Stooges and
Well, I mean, we can't really talk about the '80s without mentioning the Vandals.
Or talk about CBGB. You know, late '70s and '80s. CBGB fucking made a lot of bands fucking big.
Yeah, until they got.
I mean, you can count the Roxy too. I mean, that was another big one.
Yeah. We could mention how Trippy thought that Dee Snider was in Quiet Riot until a couple of hours ago.
God.
Mister, man. Shit.
I had to call him on that one. I couldn't help it. And he was like, "Well, who is it?" And I was like, "It's Kevin DuBrow."
Yeah,
nobody
had his name on
there.
here. And it's like, well, you know, Kevin DuBrow died, and they went through about 12 singers after he died.
I noticed that. Fucking Pickle didn't know who it was.
The original bass player also played with Ozzy, White Lion. He's been around. Rudy Sarzo.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we forgot Ozzy. Ozzy came into his own in the 80s.
Yep.
Yeah, and he did that one song where he was like, "Mama."
And Randy Rhoads played with
Bark at the Moon.
I'm coming home
too.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because when you say mother like that, I think Antic.
Mother.
Quiet Riot got big covered in Slade albums.
Slade, I know. You know. Oh, dude.
Oh, also, fucking Van Halen, David Lee Roth left or got kicked out. Rather.
Yeah.
Sammy Hagar came in. I saw them.
Yeah.
I saw them with Sammy.
Well, they
I
did
was talking with Doc
albums.
earlier. YNT was a good band too.
Man, Hagar's first album is fucking excellent, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad Motor
wrote,
Scooter. No, that's
Bad
Montrose. That's Montrose I'm thinking about, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a great. So that's
Bad
70s.
But
so.
isn't I Can't Drive 55? That's a Hagar song.
That's him on his own. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That
all
album.
his Three Lock Box album.
To Van Halen.
The 3 Lock Box.
Then I heard Hagar said that the I Done Everything for You that Rick Springfield done. He wrote that one. But Rick Springfield did it big.
There was a lot of that going on, even in the 60s and 70s, where an artist would write a song and they'd be like, "I don't think I have the voice for this," you know.
Well,
Or it's just not my
Hagar did a
style.
video about it where he's talking about, or it was a video on YouTube that he said, "Yeah, the reason Rick Springfield told him it went big is Rick looked better than he did." He said, "Look at me now."
Dude, you know, if Lemmy can sing "Stand By Your Man," anything is possible.
This is true. This is true.
That's another movie. That's a movie that came out in the 80s, fucking the Blues Brothers, and the second Smokey and the Bandit.
Stand
and,
By
of
Me.
course, the first Fast and Back to the Future, and yeah, Stand By Me, and
Stand By Me is a very good soundtrack, but it's a 50s, early 60s soundtrack.
Well, yeah, no, I was just talking about the movie itself. I mean, that was the introduction to the Brat Pack, you know.
Yeah, wasn't Happy Days an 80s show?
70s to 80s.
70s. Was it? I don't know.
Yeah, it crossed over. It ran like 10 years.
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard started in the late 70s and ran through the early 80s to the
But
mid.
then, you know, if you want to get into TV shows, we got to start introducing cartoons that are iconic now. He-Man, She-Ra, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Transformers,
G.I. Joe,
G.I. Joe.
He, she, the masters of the non-binary.
Yeah. Oh God.
Nice.
God, don't get me started on the new stuff.
Hey, I just noticed something. One of the music genres that we're not talking about at all is country.
Yeah.
Country of the 80s, I don't remember.
Hank Williams Jr.
Garth Brooks. The 70s.
Yeah, see, you want to, if you
George
want to talk,
Strait.
see, I call that more like Southern rock to me, man. You know,
Well, yeah, because then I think,
Skinner.
I think Alabama, USA, Leonard
Mhm.
Skinner.
that
Yes.
was. See,
Oh
Skinner
God,
was,
Alabama, Travis Tritt.
Yeah, Travis Tritt.
Oh, okay, yeah, Travis Tritt.
Yeah.
Mark Chestnut.
Yeah.
Kind of came in the 80s, towards the end of it.
Yes, definitely. They're a drummer. Every time I saw fucking the Police, their drummer, the Alabama's drummer, was at the concert, and I would run. It was weird. It was the weirdest kind of karma. You know how you know what I'm talking about. It was I bumped
Yeah,
into
keep
that
running
guy
into the same person.
twice, the same famous person twice at a Police concerts. It was just
That the police.
weirdest
Well,
thing.
okay, you can kind of understand why, though. I mean, think about how big the Police. were
Stuart
in the
Copeland.
80s.
Well, no, Stuart Copeland is one of the premier drummers of that time, of that day.
That's true.
And
Yeah, he
trust
was.
me, he'd let you know about it too.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh,
Steve
and
Vai
like
Hey,
I
we
put in the
haven't,
side chat, Kiss took their paint off.
in the 80s.
And everybody
In
said,
83.
"Put it back on."
In the 90s.
Brethren from
Hey, I'm
Canada.
sorry. Ace Frehley wasn't a completely terrible looking guy. The other three,
Well, he wasn't even part of the band when they took off the makeup.
Yeah,
They
they had
just
kicked him
fired
out
him.
for being a drunk.
Yeah, they fired him. Not just a
shit.
drunk, but a drug addict.
Hey, what about
I know he was a fucking drunk. If you've seen any fucking interview with them,
what about
He
the
was
bands from up
entertaining,
north, guys?
constantly shit faced to the point where he's stupid.
Gene was a sex addict, man.
Yeah, Gene was there's several interviews where Gene says that he's slept with over 1,650 women while with Kiss.
And he didn't do drugs.
Man,
Did
did
Yeah.
it fucking count?
not.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
he just
counted.
did pussy.
Do you guys remember the bet with Tommy Lee Jones, or not Tommy Lee Jones? Tommy Lee.
With
He
Ozzy.
didn't bathe. Yeah, he didn't bathe for 30 days and still got laid
Yeah.
while they were on tour.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one where he snorted the ants. Yeah,
Oh,
Wait, what?
yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot about that
Oh
one.
yeah, that's an infamous
Like,
one.
what kind of ants? Like the basic harmless black
Well,
one?
it was it was like a travel. It was like one of those little caravan of ants going back and forth. And
Yeah, but like black or red?
they had done
Black.
they had done so much coke they couldn't feel shit.
I think it was
Black.
the red ants, though, was it?
No,
Oh,
it was
Yeah.
black ants.
It was
See,
just
red ants would have been
Yeah,
more
it
fucking.
was common ants.
They're the small
They're
ones.
white if they walked in
Big
the coat.
black ones.
I'm not sure it really mattered. They
Just
were so
snorting
fucked
ants.
up.
Okay,
Yeah, just-
guys, if you want to see something fun, I'm going to throw this in the side chat. You can watch later. This is Kiss on the Tom Snyder Show, and they are all completely fucking drunk.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, even
Well,
even
Gene claims he's not a drinker or a smoker. Or a
Bless
druggie.
you.
These,
That's why I,
I
say
don't
claim.
know, man. I mean, Freely and Chris are definitely wasted. I
Yeah,
can
Frehley
say
was
Gene
always
did not
drunk.
look like he was wasted.
Well,
Doc,
hey,
do you remember? I think was it you that I was talking about Tom Snyder with?
Yeah.
You and I were talking about that, man.
Oh, yeah.
he's a classic. I think he is my favorite of all the that era's talk show hosts. Talk hosts. Talk guys.
Well, and plus when the SNL cast came on doing a promo thing, they literally started smoking pot on the set while they were talking to Snyder.
Yeah.
Dude,
Lucy
Tom
sparked
Snyder,
one up,
this,
man.
this interview that Doc shared, this was the one I was going to talk about where fucking
What's
Ace
that
is
smell?
sitting there and he's
Is that-
giggling.
Is that Christmas tree? I smell it.
Yeah. Look, yeah. Ace just giggles throughout the whole interview, and fucking Gene keeps looking at him with them death stares, like motherfucker.
Oh,
if you don't
that's my
take this
favorite Kiss
seriously-
interview.
Yeah,
Gene
it's great.
Yes. Is that the one where they talk about how they've never recorded Ace's laugh?
Right? I
Yeah.
think so.
They keep saying they're gonna record my laugh, but they never do.
And he's like, fucking. Well, not that way, but you know what I mean.
Oh wow, this is like Halloween night, 1979.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
This
don't know if
is
you guys
when
have
they were promoting their disco album, I believe.
Dynasty.
Yep.
Kiss Dynasty. Well, if they were plugged in the disco album, yeah, that would have been that same. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, what band did we miss, Ace?
From we miss a major band from the fucking 70s carrying on to the fucking 80s.
Yeah, I saw them on that Dynasty tour, man. Right now, I was in front fucking row too. And
We
it was,
miss Queen.
horrible.
Queen.
Oh,
No,
Jesus.
that's because we said we were going to do an entire show on Queen.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's easy to do. You
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
talk
well,
about their
they changed
fucking-
music. I mean, the whole reason we had metal ballads and rock ballads was because of Queen. I don't care what anybody says.
I gotta agree with Buzz. Y&T. Very
Yes. Yesterday and today. Yep. Great band. See that's when people go, huh? And what about let's see, Rose Tattoo? See, it's like fucking Angel. That was like they were on the same label as Kiss.
Well, how about LA Guns?
LA Guns.
You almost need to go a genre show for each year for the 80s because
I think that's the smartest way to do
after we
it.
cover each decade, we can cover different genres, shit like that.
Oh, dude, we could go by year and really extend the life of the show.
Man, if we go year by year, we're all gonna be fucking hopeless.
Well,
all gonna be like
how
60
about
by
we
the time
go
we're
by
done.
Joe Satriani? Joe Sat. We should probably go by genre.
That would be a good idea, but we're talking about how to fix our show while doing our show.
Right.
Or, of course, Yngwie Malmsteen.
Yngwie, yeah.
What an ass.
No emotion. No emotion to his guitar.
Hey, Irate, what about UFO?
Oh,
Yeah,
UFO.
fantastic, man. Michael Schenker. ELO.
Yeah, which
REO,
MSG, Michael Schenker Group. Yeah.
Well, then AFI in the 80s versus
Early
AFI in
REO.
the 90s.
Yeah, a lot of these bands were like 78,
live album.
79, and then they got bigger in
77.
the 80s.
Another band that's coming into town's Loverboy.
Oh,
God.
What about them?
I tell you, a really good band live, man, is fucking Foreigner, and who did that band? Who was that from the '80s? Rio with all the puffed up hair and the pretty boys.
Duran.
Duran, yeah.
Those guys are fucking excellent musicians, man.
They were crazy as the day is long, but I mean, you also have the Scorpions from the 80s too. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
If you look at American music, was so inspired by
Dio,
Dio, the greatest vocalist ever, metal-wise.
Oh, I thought you guys said Devo.
Fight Me.
Devo is another cool one.
Devo. Yeah, they were. I would say that they were an iconic band of the whole new wave genre. I
would say they were the banner carriers.
Yeah.
A couple other metal bands was
From America,
Crocus and Rat.
What?
Well, he had a lot of
Crocus.
bands with gimmicks.
Crocus, Wasp. I was going to say Wasp.
It seems like in the 80s, that's when gimmicks started to really hit because you got like a Motley Crue and like setting his fucking pants on fire on stage.
You had fucking Slayer emerge too.
Oh, Slayer. I thought they started in the 70s.
They got bigger.
Spin fucking Tommy Lee around while he was fucking drumming.
Slayer was.
I saw that shit, man. That whole cage would go upside down and shit, man. He wouldn't miss the way.
Well, mentioned Alice Cooper.
That's my dream drum
Alice
set.
Cooper? Did somebody say Alice Cooper?
Yeah.
I've seen the Cooper twice, man.
I've
heard he's
amazing.
amazing.
He actually used to go to Barry. He used to hang fucking midgets on stage and shit like that.
Oh yeah, I sold that gimmick.
And have his head chopped off.
Yeah,
chop his own head off rather.
Oh yeah, they would do decapitations. He'd snake dance. He'd hang people.
Yeah, he's a fundamental Christian. He raises his kids homeschooled conservative and stuff. It's really funny. He's totally the opposite of the persona he created for music.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of artists like that, like Gene being.
Ted Nugent started in the 70s, went into the 80s. There's another big name.
He's a draft dodger.
He just played at my place last night.
Fucking Nugent's a draft dodger.
Well, and with Alice Cooper, you got to bring up King Diamond too.
Oh man.
You brought him up on the other stream earlier. Tell us some more.
It kind of similar, but metal, very theatrical. Very similar to fucking Cooper, but like he had a great fucking vocal range. He was actually, I want to say, Swedish. So he wasn't even American.
So he had upside down crosses painted on his face.
High notes.
Mm-hmm.
Or crosses rather.
I had to mute for a second. Oh,
King
King Diamond. Oh, King Diamond. Okay, yeah. King Diamond was correct.
But technically, didn't they start in the 70s too?
Yeah, a lot of these bands like they started in the like mid to late 70s, but they didn't really get fucking notoriety until the fucking 80s.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
and that was my thesis of saying, the 70s basically formulated all of this music, and then they perfected it once they got it into the 80s. It was 70s was the growing period where everything exploded. I mean, fuck, you even had disco.
Well, it could be the technology too that gave them the opportunity to do that with some of these sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Yeah, I
true,
was
too.
going to
Boards
say,
and
you know,
pedals and all that
that
stuff
was,
coming
you know,
out.
the 80s is the introduction of synthetics.
You know,
Just like,
Contemporary
yeah,
music
in
and
the
stuff.
60s, there was a lot of instruments that were becoming really big, too. Like,
there's a band that we forgot, man, in this 80s thing. U2.
Ugh.
We didn't.
I think everybody
It-
skipped
it's
over
okay.
that one on purpose.
It's okay. We can forget them easily.
I don't know, man. I think that if they withstood the test of time, man, they were fucking excellent. At first they didn't have the pretense. Okay, I know Bono, came on, with the hair and shit. And maybe later on, I don't know. I really thought that they had an impact on what the direction of where music went during the 80s.
I always kind of viewed him as a social justice band.
Yeah.
To me, that's what they've always been, the front
maybe.
running of social justice music.
They all did that shit, man.
Midnight Oil too.
Midnight Oil,
Yeah.
yeah.
REM, Duran Duran.
REM was, Losing My Religion turned out to be total and complete bullshit. It was just him being hyperbolic, and it never happened in his life, but whatever.
No, it wasn't about religion at all. It was about
it's about him coming out of the closet. Supposedly his family didn't approve, and he was ostracized and blah 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 blah.
No, it wasn't about
20
that
years
either.
later, it wasn't true.
No, it was about being disillusioned with being a rock star.
Oh, okay, because there was
Yeah, that's me in the spotlight. When the lights of the show. A lot of musicians write about the music, the lights, all that stuff is all about being on stage.
Okay.
And there's a lot of
like
that
songs.
disillusionment. Yeah.
Yeah, where the guy would be like, I'm going blind because of the lights.
Can I also bring up the band that I've seen the most times that started in the 80s?
All right.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Yes. Weird Al's the shit, man.
First album recorded in his bathtub.
I've seen him
Dr.
play 6 times and never been disappointed once.
No, he's a performer. That's his entire thing is performing.
T-Tac goes to everything that he is today. That's all I'm gonna say.
Radio show.
Yeah,
Dr. Demento.
Oh, yeah.
Dr. Demento.
Dr. Demento, man. Fuck yeah.
I've seen him
I
actually.
don't want a pickle.
I'd rather
I've
have a
heard Dr.
bottle in front of me
Demento.
than have to have a frontal lobotomy.
I've heard Dr. Demento actually talk about when he received the first song from Weird Al, and I guess he like wrote back to him and was like, "This song sounds like it was recorded in a bathroom."
It was.
Recorded in his bathtub.
Yeah, that's how he got the
He
acoustics.
recorded it at the college radio station, and he liked the acoustics in the John that was across from the booth.
Yeah,
That's funny. There's some
I'll be
really
going to the
iconic.
bathroom. And
Oh yeah, his first
Play by
album is
accordion.
very, very
Sorry,
lo-fi.
I talked over it, Timma.
It's all good. You don't have to worry about it. I was just thinking, there's so many bands. It's kind of hard to remember them all. It's like Aha,
Exactly.
Did they record anything? Obviously they did, but did anything else blow up other than?
not in
Take
America.
on Me.
One hit wonder.
Not in America.
Yeah.
Not in America. They were really, really big in Japan.
Big
It's
country.
like Michael Jackson. We haven't even touched on Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson, like, he changed the way we did music videos at the time. He was, he's the whole reason we had such a
Him
music
and
videos pop up.
Peter Gabriel also.
I want to bring up Michael Jackson because I can't say I like the guy, but I like the music.
Yeah, but
He's a terrible neighbor. That's all I can say. We lived down the street from him, and he was a
I think
terrible fucking neighbor.
when
Man, you don't have kids, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Did they ever meet him?
No,
Okay.
no, we weren't part of the right. My kids are not poor enough, nor were they rich enough to get invited to Neverland Ranch. So I was kind of glad we were middle class, not.
Good. Yeah.
Oh, and more obscure, you got like Rick Astley, who was the one who fucking did Jungle Love.
Oh, that was
that was the time. Morris Day and the Time.
Morris
There you
Day
go.
and the Time, that's
oh
it.
wow.
Yeah. And like a bunch of those, like they had some good songs, like Morris Day and the Time, but like they only got known for like 1 or 2 songs, and then that was it.
Well, even Morris Day's
Well, that's
fucking
because
ego was
co-write
huge.
it.
Cameo.
Yeah, I feel like the '80s really only actually had a couple bands that you knew more than 4 or 5 songs, right?
Yeah, there were
seems
so
that
many
way.
one-hit wonders, man.
Like Scorpion. The only song people know by them is "Rock You Like a Hurricane."
Yeah,
And that's actually really shitty. The Scorpions.
Actually, the Rhythm of
I know, because
Love.
Winds of Change was probably one
Blackout.
of the best songs written in the decade, in my opinion,
I'm
because
saying
it
what
came
most
out.
people know, though, is from them. I
yeah.
didn't say it was
early
their
stuff.
hit.
That live album, their first live album, "He's a Woman, She's a Man." God, there's so many. God,
Yeah, like there's other bands that were
So
considered
we
one hit.
actually have Outlaw Bear Dog in the chat, which just reminded me. What was going on in country during the '80s?
Maybe Outlaw Bear Dog would know.
well, we were talking about Alabama and Travis.
Well, I mean, yeah,
Garth
yeah.
Brooks started big. I was a pure country kind of hit. And George
Billy
Strait.
Ray Cyrus. Didn't Billy Ray Cyrus get big in the
Yeah,
80s?
Achy
That was the
Breaky
90s.
Heart. Oh shit!
As the
No,
90s
he didn't break
I don't
people
know.
says.
I want to say that was early 90s.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't either.
Fucking, we got Google machines, people.
All right, so
Yeah, actually,
you guys-
Achy Breaky Heart was dope.
Don't worry,
was
not a
a
conversation.
remake,
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus had a
Ask
mullet.
in case any of you knew.
He had a mullet.
Yeah, mullets. Yeah, mullets got big in the end. Definitely in the 80s. Towards the end of the
We
80s.
should probably transition a little though. We'll give it 15 more minutes.
Remember Rat Tails?
Into the Kanye shit.
Well, why Kanye? What's going on with Kanye? Well, why is
We'll bring it up.
Yeah,
We'll bring it up in a
We'll
minute.
get to it in 15 minutes, Irate Prostate.
Yep.
You're gonna have to wait.
Hey,
Sit there and
yeah,
relent. Don't worry.
Oh,
I mean, also so I brought up Slayer. You gotta bring up like fucking Cannibal Corpse.
I was going to bring up Deicide and Cannibal Corpse because
Yep.
they were like the faces
Cannibal
of death metal.
Corpse.
in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they were 80s.
There's a fine young cannibals.
No, I liked Cannibal Corpse's original singer. I can't remember his name, but the second one.
What
Corpse-
how about Iron Maiden?
Iron
Maiden
Maiden?
technically started in the late.
I'm going to be honest. I actually preferred
Yeah.
Bruce Dickinson to the original guy.
Yeah, Paul Diano. See, I saw him with Paul Diano.
Well, and Iron Maiden and Judas Priest are the same. They both started in the 70s and then blossomed up in the 80s.
Yeah,
But
most
I've seen Maiden 5 times, and
Yeah.
I've never been disappointed.
No, I've heard they put
Yeah.
out this amazing
I've
shit.
never
They
seen
they are fucking great in concert. So is Judas Priest.
No,
Yeah, there's-
there you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
love to see.
I
Like-
saw.
Rob Halford has one of the most impressive voices I've ever.
He has to bend over and hold himself to sing now.
It's got to
I
be.
saw Judas Priest about 10 years ago, and like the dude was still fucking, cruise around on a bike on stage, fucking doing all the theatrics. It was fucking great.
We
Dude,
forgot the gayest.
I saw Iron Maiden open up for Judas Priest back in the 80s.
Me too.
Oh my god.
That was a
Yes.
blow your ass away concert.
Wait. Maiden Maiden opened for Judas Priest.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that
Check
No.
this out.
first.
No,
Check
Iron
this
Maiden
out.
never got as big
Now,
as
Priest was a headliner, back in 1979 and 80, with their Unleashing the East album, right? And then right after that, they came out with British Steel, which had Living After Midnight, which was their first big hit. That's what they toured on as a headliner with Iron Maiden first, White Snake second.
White
That's-
Snake.
That's when White Snake was known as what's left of fucking Deep Purple.
Yeah.
And right before what's
Wait.
his name? got
What? White Snake was.
What's left of Deep Purple?
Yeah. That's pretty much.
No, Schmeckle too young. Me too.
No, White Snake. I thought were No, that was Def Leppard that were a bunch of young kids.
Yeah, Def Leppard was definitely like 16-year-old kids and were fantastic.
White
I saw him back in '82.
Members of Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Did you see that tour, Don?
Yep.
See, I saw it in Atlanta at the Fox.
You guys,
Oh
we forgot.
man, I tell you what. If you guys ever get the chance to go see Maiden, they have the best theater heavy metal stage show that you'll ever see.
Damn.
Oh no, I've seen some of the videos of live shows. Like they got animatronics, light shows, fucking.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I would say go see Guar, but they're dead now. So
And Guar, to be honest, was never that good.
Don't they have a
No,
female lead
Yeah,
singer?
they were fucking awesome though.
They were never nearly as good as Lord.
Okay, well, you guys, we totally forgot the gayest music video of all time, and that is David Bowie and Mick Jagger's Dancing in the Street.
no, we didn't forget
Oh
it.
yeah,
There's a reason.
No, you guys forgot it.
yeah, and the DJ too.
Schmeichel watched it and busted a nut, and then he forgot about the video existing.
No, duh, I have never forgotten about that video. Don't you worry.
Hey, just like
I've got it loaded for the gap in between streams.
Oh, okay.
just like the sexual abuse I suffered as a child, I just blocked that video out.
I feel you.
Pet Shop Boys. Somebody was saying the Pet Shop Boys.
Right, it's
Yeah.
like
That's fair game.
Family Guy or American Dad, one of those Seth MacFarlane shows. That happened, and we let that happen.
Yeah, dude. He was like yeah, it was Family Guy. Peter Griffin introduced it as the gayest music video ever.
So you guys didn't bring up Culture Club while I was elsewhere?
No, isn't that Boy George's band?
Yeah.
No, he's playing here next week.
I thought Boy George was dead.
Nope.
No,
No.
It was really gay.
The AIDS hasn't caught up to him yet.
And he's real ugly.
Next Wednesday
Yeah.
night, he's playing here.
And Boy George
Still
is
ugly.
him being ugly is not a surprise. He was ugly when he was young and healthy.
Yes.
Well, and when Oprah pulled him out and got him cleaned up and put him on off-Broadway with whatever flop that she put millions of dollars into, I think he just said, okay, I'll stop doing heroin because I got to earn money.
All right. Here we go.
I mean,
Schmeichel.
stopping heroin is like one of the first steps to making money.
Here you go, Schmeichel. You want to see Boy George? Here's Boy George for you. This is what Boy George looks like.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
and
that
he owns a
modern
hat
day
company.
Boy George?
It
Oh,
should
he's
be.
not
I
looking
mean,
bad.
Look
there's
like
that
Batman.
one. There's this one. I mean, like it looks like he's one that his
Oh
weight
God! Now he's
fluctuates a bit.
looking too bad.
He
His
looks
weight fluctuates a bit. This is
better
a lookalike.
better with
That's-
facial hair.
This isn't him. That's a lookalike.
God, he looks like my aunt.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
no,
this is what
no,
he used
no,
to look like.
Boy George, if you're listening, that offer I gave Grace Slick earlier does not apply to you. How much I'll be able to say I did it.
Go personally next week, Schmeichel.
Schmeichel, you're gonna tell me you wouldn't wear that same outfit?
I would wear that outfit for sure.
XOXOXO.
Speaking of gay shit, he also had George Michaels in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, with
Last Christmas?
Wham mostly.
Wham!
Yeah.
We forgot
Fucking
about
flock
Wham.
of seagulls.
Yeah.
And hey, you
I
guys,
saw them.
nobody has pushed any of the Canadian bands that ran through the 80s. You know,
What about the Go-Go's?
like Rush,
Helix or Keel, one of the two. Was
April
from
Wine,
Keel.
Rush is
Triumph.
fantastic. Triumph was
Rush.
great.
Rush is amazing still.
Yeah, no, Rush was good. Triumph was a lot better.
Yeah, I was a big
Neil
fan
Peart.
of Triumph.
Triumph was good.
Hey,
man. They're
John
a really
Doe
good
keeps telling
band.
me to look up Robert Smith. Yes, I know I look like
Six.
Robert Smith.
Yeah, the Cure.
The
existed.
Cure.
You're like a really skinny version of Robert Smith. Isn't he kind of like a big guy now?
Yeah, no, he's
Oh,
one
no,
of
I
those that
was
gets
wrong
big,
guy.
gets
I thought he was
small, gets
talking
you know.
about the guy from
And if we have to talk about Robert Smith, we'd have to bring up Morrissey. Let's not do that.
No, please, no, please, please. I didn't like Morrissey
That
when he
much
was popular.
like Schmeichel.
was
I
that?
don't think. I don't think. He,
New Kids on the Block is '90s metaphorist.
I don't think he looked like him.
Yeah, no, I was
At all.
definitely thinking of someone else.
Yeah, that's when you just shave the
Thinking
head.
of someone else.
That's when you just shave the head and start wearing wigs, man.
Not even when he was younger did you look like him. Now look at that lipstick.
No, when I was younger, I was a lot thinner than that.
No, I'm saying not even when he was younger. You still don't look like him.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe
I
a little
didn't
bit
think-
here.
I didn't
Maybe a
think
little.
he looked. No, I don't think Schmeckel looks anything like Robert Smith, other than
Yeah,
having
I
dark
don't
hair and
know.
better
know
skin.
at all. I'm
Yeah.
definitely thinking of somebody else.
Metaphor to Debbie Gibson. You got Tiffany. All those little
Yeah.
man things.
God, I hope I don't look like Robert,
Robert Smith.
Shave that fucking head. God damn. Please. He's a better shooter.
Hmm.
Ooh,
Anyway.
Oh, I see
Let's-
Susie and the
let's
Banshees
move
up in
on
the
to
corner,
this.
too.
Susie and the fucking Banshees.
Susie and the
Yes.
Banshees. I was going to say Susie and the Banshees are one of the reasons I ended up putting in dreadlocks when I got older, because I had that positive mental association with dreadlocks and white people.
Were you a Kate Bush fan too?
Yeah.
what?
Kate
Kate
Bush?
Bush?
Kate Bush is great.
She was fun. I didn't listen to that much of her stuff because I was more into like metal and psychedelic rock at the time. And grunge was starting to emerge and alternative.
Spellbound. Dear
Well,
Pride.
Yeah.
I think Susie and the band or Susie makes a better Robert Smith than Robert Smith.
Yes, yes, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
she
but-
always her mouth was so big, it always kind of scared me.
You know, she married the guy that played drums for her band, and that motherfucker can play the fucking drums.
She looks like she
Excellent.
fucks.
Very weird setup too.
Like she
A lot
wanted
of
one.
like 3-4 toms, a bass,
Hey, you're up.
and
Final
a fucking
countdown,
hi-hat,
guys.
and that was pretty much it.
Europe.
Yeah, so anyway,
Countdown. Well, I gotta run, folks.
we got like
Gotta
half
work.
an hour left.
Thanks for
All right,
having me
Buzz.
on.
Well, let's
man.
talk
I'll see you
about this.
later.
Who's leaving?
I
Buzz.
gotta go. Guys,
Oh,
go
you
to-
have a good one, Buzz.
Go to work, man.
Next time you see the bees, squish them all because they're disgusting pests.
No, those are yellow jackets.
You can stop presenting me any day now. You know.
Nice to meet you. Man.
Man,
All right, thanks,
don't
man.
rush me.
Thanks,
All
Buzz.
right.
I'm going to have you on to talk about stuff. You're interesting.
Okay.
Nice
thanks.
talking to you, Buzz.
All right, man,
This is
thanks.
how
Have a
people
good one.
Good night.
Remember to kill those bees.
That's
Killed it,
next
bee.
Spurs job. Ask Godbother about it.
Ace, you were the one that pulled up the story. Tell us a little about Kanye West and Dennis Rodman.
I should still be back.
You act like I fucking read it. I've said I found it.
All right, well, I know me and Atem read it.
Yeah, I have to open it back up, though, because it told me there was a virus on it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Are you
that
saying
and
this
that virus is
fucking
Kanye
these
West.
days?
No.
It's arguable. Okay, so Dennis Rodman is trying to convince Kanye West to go to North Korea, experience North Korea, and then do some sort of musical response to it to try to get people to pay more attention to North Korea. Because I think Dennis Rodman desperately wants to westernize North Korea so it's no longer a problem for the U.S.
No, and I don't think that's the case at all. I think Dennis Rodman wants Kanye to go there with, of course, Dennis Rodman's buddy, Kim Jong-un, knowing that Kanye is coming, so that they can show him all like nice places with people acting happy and shit like that. And then he
Right.
can write a song about that to make North Korea look better.
Right. Propaganda.
do you
I
think?
feel like he's looking for propaganda.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought it was.
Yeah. All right, Schmeckle, you bring up something interesting because the Indigo Traveler is doing a series where he went to North Korea, and I think that's exactly what they did was they took him to all the nice places and shit.
No, that's it. That's exactly what I'm referencing.
Yeah.
That-
Okay. All right. So you've seen what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
It's
can't
well,
remember the guy's name, but you're talking about the reporter who went there. He visited, I think it was Pyongyang,
yep.
fake city.
You know, this is one of those not Potemkin. What do they call them? Fuck. It would leave my brain right now, but they called them. I want to say Potemkin city villages or some shit like that, but they were, empty villages like that look nice and shit.
Well, that's
they-
exactly what Pyongyang is. It's right at the border of the
The area, yeah.
little area that separates north and south.
The DMZ.
Yeah.
Demilitarized.
All right.
Uh,
Mark.
Didn't somebody like Henry Rollins go to North Korea at one point didn't I see an interview where he was talking about being, or maybe that was the Middle East?
No, he did.
Maybe have been Vietnam.
No, he went there too.
He went to North Korea. Isn't that where he had to run and leave really fast because they were going to arrest him? Or was that somewhere else? I know he's had like some crazy experiences while traveling.
No, I think that was the one down in South America where he was trying to provide relief. And then the government and the pistoleros around there said, "We don't want you to mess up our system."
You'll be very good. You guys get all the treats when I get home.
What was that?
And I figured that's exactly what Dennis Rodman's doing. He's trying to help his buddy get some propaganda for his dictatorship.
Yep.
Fucking well, and the thing about it, like, yes, those big cities are a real fucking thing. Like, and whether like you're fucking happy with what Trump has fucking done, talking to fucking Kim and fucking all that shit or not, like, it's in a fucked up sense, like, nice to see that like there's actually other fucking people who are going there. But at the same time, like, the more people who go there, the more fucked up shit that is going to actually be exposed, like the fake shops, fake cities, and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of scary.
Well, that's the thing. They either show you the areas where you do have, I guess, like their favored citizens living well, or else they show you the fake nice areas populated with people who act like they're happy, right?
If you ever want to see some,
when you do the second of those two, you get caught because random poor people that you pluck up aren't going to be the best actors.
if you want to see some fucked up shit, Google North Korea at night and look at the satellite images of it.
It's black.
Yeah, it's black except for one area where all the fucking socialites live.
No, and that's the thing. They are without a doubt a class-based system, right?
But it's communism.
Yeah, yes, exactly. High-ranking party members are the.
It is not anywhere close to
military.
It's fascism, straight and like plain and simple.
Absolutely.
It's a fascist dictatorship.
It's very good. Like communism, socialism. One of the main doctrines is everybody is equal. In North Korea, everybody knows they ain't equal.
Ain't so.
Well, they equally hungry, but.
Well, yeah, they all have that in common.
They're equally miserable. Yeah.
The upper classes, right? Definitely not communist. They're without a doubt fascists.
Oh, I thought it was because the government owned everything. It was considered a communistic. Who's and what's it? I don't know. I just dislike the entire premise of one group of people being able to make decisions for everybody else with zero input from the rest of the people.
Again, that's.
I mean, you got communism, which is basically a form of fucking fascism, and so they're almost within.
They're very similar. They differ on certain key points, and one of the big ones with communism is everybody's equal. In fascism, that's exactly the opposite of the case.
Right.
And in North Korea, they know damn well everybody isn't equal.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that there's been any true communist, society. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
there have been attempts.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's not going to work.
It's always an attempt. And here's the. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Irate.
No, I was going to say it just never works. That's it.
Yeah, no, it never works in practice. Okay, if you actually look at communism, if you sit down and read the papers, like what Marx was saying about it, like it's a fucking good principle. It actually works on paper, but the problem is anytime you fucking implement it, what happens? You have humans. You have greed. You have authoritarianism. So
the fact is, on paper, even it doesn't work.
Because I don't think it works on paper.
Well, no, it works on paper if you ignore the human element.
Yeah, if you ignore the human condition entirely. I mean, I want to do a stream about collectivism versus
You can't say
individualism on
something
this.
works on paper, but ignores this variable, because that just means it don't work on paper.
Did you just not listen to what I said? It works on paper, but one of the problems is when you implement it, you have the human greed, the authoritarianism, all those things that play into it.
Well, that's what I mean. That means it doesn't work on paper. It means you ignored too much shit. You missed some variables. It looked like it worked on paper. Then upon implementing it, they should have realized, hey, we fucked up.
No shit. Like that's it. But I think we're fucking arguing semantics at this point.
We are.
Okay.
We are.
So moving on. Wait. God damn it.
Man, you can't say moving on and then have nothing to say.
No, my kids are trying to fucking talk because they're little fucking assholes, and they know that I'm on a fucking stream.
Oh, I know. Mine have come in like 90 times this time. I'm like, I'm getting on a stream. You guys need to go do something for an hour or two. You know you can do this. Your dad and your sister are here, and they're both adults. Nope. Every 30 seconds, tap, tap, tap. Gotta fucking mute. I'm gonna go.
We got John Doe in the chat who says there is no pure system.
No, there's no way to have a pure anything. Humans aren't pure.
Yeah, it's just like nobody's perfect, nothing's perfect.
What the fuck are we talking about? Sorry, I had to go do some stuff.
We were talking about how beautiful and perfect your mother is.
Oh, okay. That's what I was doing.
Who has wind noise?
Pickle.
Sorry.
He's walking to work.
Pickle.
He's walking to work.
Yep.
Pickle.
No.
How
Pickle.
dare you be healthy
Don't
and
pick-
walk and shit?
Yeah. Don't pick up those condoms.
I want to lick them.
Don't pick up condoms off the ground. They're not pickle holsters. Somebody lied to you.
I'm gonna lick them.
Oh God.
Anyway,
We
do you
might
guys
lose
think
Pickle.
you think Kanye's gonna do it?
Do I think that Kanye West
I mean,
will go to?
first off, do you think he'll make the trip, and second, do you think he'll make the album?
No, I don't think he'll make the trip. I don't think he'll make the trip. I think it's not something he's going to bother to do.
No, I don't think anybody. I don't think his family would let him. I don't think his wife would let him. I mean,
North Korea?
no.
Just going to
But
North
he's
Korea and
Kanye.
writing songs?
He's a free thinker. He does what
No, he's
Kanye
not.
wants.
Dude, he does what the Kardashians want him to. I mean, they own him. They bought him. He's their slave.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No, I think Kanye is going to be contrarian to Dennis Rodman just to be contrarian to Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, like he'll go on the trip, but you don't think he'll write the song?
I don't think he'll go on the trip.
Oh, you think
Man,
he's just listening?
you know,
Yeah,
this
I
is
think he'll tell him to fuck off because he doesn't like
Kanye
it.
might retaliate and write a song about how shitty North Korea is,
Yeah, he might. I don't know.
and like blame Dennis Rodman for the.
Sorry, I
Okay.
knocked over my vape.
Hey, well, you know, Kanye's one of those guys who, arrogant isn't a big enough word, right?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
he's
look
not
at-
arrogant.
We're
He's
talking
Kanye
about
West.
two
There's
super
no way
egos
he's
here.
not going to respond to this one way or the other. Either he's going to go,
Look,
or he's going to
I'll tell you what will happen, Schmeckle.
say something.
Kanye will go on the trip with Dennis Rodman, and then Kanye will come back in a wedding dress with green hair, and he'll write the song.
No,
Wedding dress with green hair.
no, because I really think you're looking at two people that have massive
Nothing
egos
in common.
and nothing
Give
in
us
common.
that.
And nothing in common. Yeah.
Well, the only reason why they want him to show up is because he's that dreaded I word. He's an influencer. That's
But
the
yeah,
only
but he's
reason
not
why
gonna-
that they want him over there, so they can try to convince
so they
them
can,
and get another mouthpiece for positive North Korean media.
Yeah, but no, it's
Mhm.
not going to happen. It's not
It's
going to
all
happen. I
That's a
don't
great
think
word.
I
Influencer.
think
influencer.
I think
Yeah,
he's
no.
smart enough to tell him to fuck off. I do.
Yeah, I know.
It's
I think he can see
propaganda.
it coming.
Like they want to use Kanye for propaganda, is what you guys are saying.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, but
yeah.
I've watched other people try to use Kanye for this kind of stuff, and he tells everybody to fuck off. Like
I get that
Republicans
is-
were trying to use him, and everybody, he's like, fuck you guys. No, I'm going to do whatever I want. Suck it down.
Well, that's the thing. Like, Kanye is a dumb motherfucker. There's a good chance that Kanye is a little bit delusional.
Well, obviously,
A little
Kanye
bit.
don't take shit from no one.
But he's also an incredibly huge narcissist.
Exactly.
like he'll do it if he thinks it'll make him look good.
Yeah. but I don't think he thinks going to North Korea is going to make him look good. I don't think that's going to fill any kind of emotional or egotistical void for him. I don't think it's going to give him anything that he's actually going to want. He's not going to be interested in it. I really don't think he is.
Yeah, honestly, I got to agree with you. I think he's going to look at it and go, what's in it for me? Oh, nothing? Fuck you.
What's in it for him? I could see him and fucking Donald Trump talking about it because he is good buddies with Trump. So I could see
what you're failing to see is that this is all propaganda.
Well, yeah, it's propaganda.
Nice.
It's
propaganda.
The propaganda.
But with fucking him being cool with Trump, what he's fucking done, boosting fucking Trump and people fucking talking shit to him. This might be something else that he fucking goes and he's like, yeah, see, like my buddy Trump, like North Korea isn't too bad, blah blah blah.
Propaganda. Yeah, exactly. Like,
wow.
Go over there and be like, everything was great.
That's cool. Thanks for putting that in the chat, Irate.
What?
The Potemkin Village?
Yeah. That's the word I was thinking of. Is that what I said earlier? Potemkin Village?
You did. Okay,
all right. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, and that was from the I want to say Stalin era. He would have those areas that they would send. Yeah.
They were basically character camps. Well, you sent people there to make it look like things were better than they were. They
right. And Stalin basically tutored Kim Il Sung, is that the grandfather? Yeah, he mentored him. Yeah, it's a better word. The guy worshipped Stalin, and so there's these stores that nobody is in when you pass by them, but they look like they're full of food and shit. That's all through fucking Pyongyang. There's like complete like streets with these stores with no people in them, but loaded with all shit. It's all bullshit.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think that's why I constantly conflate in my head. It's a common conflation for me to say that North Korea is communistic because, that's where the entire root of the way their country is run is from Stalin. And I'm like, okay, well, Stalin is communism, period. So in my mind, it's kind of all the same thing.
Yeah, he was a dictator too. I mean, it's.
Well, North Korea wants to date the prom queen that is the U.S.
Yep.
So they can fuck her. And it's not going to happen.
Yep.
I know they're going to try to pull on them panties and get that bear claw trap snapped around their fingers.
It's those titties.
Yep. It's them titties.
Them American titties.
Yep. And them big old nuclear silos stuck to the nipples.
So what do Kanye's nipples look like?
Pepperoni.
Chocolate pepperoni. Chocolate pepperoni.
Chocolate pepperoni.
Yes.
Oui.
Chocolate pepperoni. Pepperoni.
Pepperoni in the public space.
In the public space.
Hey, that is Schmel's hero you guys are making fun of. Okay, he loves JF.
We need
JF is one of
the right words.
I love JF Gary Epi so much that I even learned to speak like him.
You even had your avatar dressed like him, except for a white
man. See, I did put on a suit for my avatar, but the fact is that my avatar is not nearly as sexy as JF Gary Epi.
If he was
has that beautiful perm-like hair. I will say I do have the better suit. It is not dirty or patchy, but he has a PhD, so
he sleeps in that suit.
To judge, Oh wait, I forgot. He fucked a retard. That last part wasn't French, but fuck it. He fucked a retarded girl.
I know. Used to get somebody used to be so pissed off in the chat every time he'd say that.
No, he did. No, he did. Retarded girl. He fucked a girl with the mentality of an 11-year-old, and then he tried to impregnate her. And whether or not that's rape, that's creepy and that's fucked up and that's a bad thing to do. and he did that thing. So
There's
fuck him.
so much more to it than that too, though. I mean, it's not just that he like is into mentally infirmed women, which is disgusting in and of itself. It's you can't sit there and boast your education and how you're an academic and you're this and you're that and everything else, and then say you want to live your life like you're in a reality TV show and claim that you're somehow still really highbrow.
I want to make a white
Man, I want to live my life like I'm in a reality TV show. You fucking kidding? They have no consequences.
Plus, there was that
You
argument
can walk
for a while
out and
that
piss
people
on
were
one of your housemates, and the worst they can do is try and vote you off.
There was an argument people were making about JF saying that he's autistic too, so that's why it's okay.
No.
Okay,
Well,
but
see,
if you guys
it
would
is
have,
true that JF is autistic, but the fact is he has the mentality of an adult, and she has the mentality of a child, a very young child.
Well, no, my thing is just the intellectual dishonesty. You can't sit there and say you're highbrow, highbrow, highbrow. I'm very intelligent. This is important stuff. Look at all my numbers, stats, and facts. Oh, but I like to sleep with women who aren't intellectually mature enough to understand the words I'm saying, and I like to live my life through the dramatific lens of being a 16-year-old with a lot of fucking plastic surgery.
I don't need to fuck a chick that understands everything I say. I just need a chick who you know understands the basic adult shit that adults know.
Maybe that's why he sounds like he's talking in slow-mo, to convince those.
No, that's just because he's French Canadian. That's how they sound.
The dark doors and houses.
Well, but would you guys have a problem if he went after a chick like I don't know, like Rosie O'Donnell's character in that movie Riding the Bus with My Sister?
I haven't seen it.
Never seen it.
Never even heard of it. Sorry.
Yep.
You guys, if you want to laugh, as far as an actress who really does her,
she go full regard.
Would I call it acting? No. I would think this is probably how she acts when other people aren't around.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
That idea scares me.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a deep pull.
That was properly frightening. Bad. Bad.
So Schmeckel, when Doc and Irate and when all these other people, they start getting shows, where's my finder's fee?
Man, you don't get no fucking finder's fee. I know about Irate before I knew about you, and Doc I just met, and you said I'd like him, so I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. See, I used
Sorry,
to.
Doc, Trippy ruined it for you.
I used to like to watch the cunt stream because I always used to like to make fun of your live action hat.
Yeah, I don't want you to watch it no more because we're enemies now.
Yeah, the fake beef.
We are all at beef with each other.
Real fake beef.
We're gonna break down harder than the proper villains.
You know your boys got beef. You gotta clear that up.
We're gonna take it to the mattresses.
It's not
You gotta
good
clear
for
up
the
that beef.
family.
Yeah. Yeah, my buddy Scooby. He ain't here right now, but he will hook you up with a pair of cement shoes.
What's the gabago? Joining the family real soon. Tama's gonna be joining the family. Irate's gonna be joining the family.
It's at least
We are
$1
at one
and
nickel
10 cents.
a piece. Yes.
Hey Trippy, I'll send you the fridge magnet that New Amsterdam vodka gave me.
Oh yeah, I forgot they sent you that. You should tell Schmeckel about that. He's trying to get the
No, Amsterdam.
he's trying to get sponsored by Bad Dragon Dildos, actually.
Or Pepper Palace, the creators of the animal sauce. 6 million Scoville, made with Carolina Reaper peppers.
The Reapers.
Your mouth, your stomach, and then later your asshole.
If you're lucky enough for it to be later.
Oh, I did find this out. My loving wife said that somebody had approached the Bad Dragon, and they will send you a lanyard.
Oh,
I don't want a lanyard. I want what's it called? Money.
Sponsorship. Yeah.
I just want free booze.
I'm
And
not gonna use any of this sex toy. I got a woman if I want to stick my dick in something, and I don't want anything in it.
Dude, they have at least one dildo that's taller than Opal.
They even have horse dildos now.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
now you guys might want to talk to Jeff Holiday because apparently he's one hell of a dildo wrangler.
Yeah, I know
Apparently,
they got googly eyes.
You know, dude. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You know that's right.
He uses his child to gather them.
By the way, we currently only have 13 to 12 people watching.
Oh,
If all of you 12 would do me a favor, please send a tweet to @PepperPalace, all one word, asking them to sponsor the Kunstrom. Tell them that I'm probably buying more of their shit than anybody else.
There's a fucking actual Pepper Palace store about 45 minutes away from me in the mall.
Motherfucker, I might need you to do me a favor sometime soon.
Stock 'em up.
Right?
Seriously, if you can go buy me a bottle, I'll pay for the bottle and the shipping and all that.
I can hook
The
you up with
closest
that.
store to me is like 2 hours away.
Yeah, I could
Oh,
probably
John
fucking
Doe.
hook you up with that shit.
It says, "What the fuck is Pepper Palace?"
Oh my god.
Pepper Palace.
Without a
They
question
sell
mark.
hot sauces. Sell
Wing sauces. They
you
sell
know, like dry peppers, shit like that.
Yo.
Even just mild barbecue sauces.
Sure, Adamantines in chat as well. He says it's mundane
one
schmeckle.
of the hottest hot sauces in the world, and it's made by them, and I love it.
How did Sir Adamantine know that your first name is actually Matt?
Well, I've said my first name multiple times on stream, I think.
Wait a minute,
I don't-
Schmeckle, is it a soy base?
Wait, is it actually Matt?
I don't know, is it?
I don't know.
No, here I've actually got the bottle in front of me.
Usually the hottest sauces always have a soy base because it can't carry the Scovilles.
Vinegar, habanero peppers, Carolina Reaper peppers, extract, salt,
Are you
and
trying to say that Schmeckle's a soy boy?
Oh, that sounds like something I would like to try.
Greetings, Sir
not
Adamantine.
only is it ridiculously hot, it's got a really good taste to it.
That sounds like
really
something
good
to
taste.
add to chili.
Yeah, it's something that depending on how much heat you like and how much chili you've got, you add anything from like a couple drops to the entire bottle, and it'll make your chili nice and hot.
Well, I ate a slice of a scorpion once, and that was a little bit too much.
Ace's Skulls in the side chat. Apparently, I'm doing a Pepper Palace run for a few people. Well, man, I might need you to do this regularly for me. I may need to throw a couple bucks your way for how regularly I'm going to need this.
But as Schmeckle said,
Up, man.
go to the link I put in the side chat and just tweet to them that they should sponsor the country stream or whatever.
Exactly. Fucking tweet at those guys. Get at them. What's up? I don't even need money from them. If they just want to keep sending me sauce, I'll shill the fuck out of it.
Wait a minute, is it called Pepper Palace or Pepper Place?
Yeah,
Pepper
it's called
Palace.
Pepper Palace.
All right, I'm looking it up.
And fucking, do you guys remember that fucking retard who smoked the fucking Carolina Reaper?
The vaping guy?
Yeah.
I watched that on Fighter Print and Big Fat Brian. They did a review of that
I
guy.
think that was fake, but hey, who cares?
I would eat a Carolina Reaper.
No,
I would
he
not snort or smoke or
apparently he
anything
vaped it.
other than eat or
What's that one
cook with
the
a
tortilla
Reaper.
chip? What's on that one tortilla chip that they
Apple
sell them
hot sauce?
What?
Apple fruit salsa. That looks good.
Right.
I'm on their website.
Let me look it up real quick.
No,
Filipino's
yeah.
live and
Go on the website. There's like not everything's ridiculously hot.
Okay. You know what? I might even bring these guys
bio-
on for an interview.
But the stuff they sell, like they got fucking salsas, mild sauces, barbecue sauces. They got everything.
Palace.
Well,
Pure
they're close
pepper
to me
powder?
because they're in
I've
Tennessee.
only ever tried the end. I've never tried anything else from them. But the end is the hottest thing I've ever had.
Oh.
It burns its butthole.
Apparently, Smechel, you can go to their facility in Tennessee, and you can make some hot sauce yourself.
Yep, I'm just reading that. Yep, I'm reading that right now.
Yeah, check it out. Hold on. I'll screen share the Twitchers.
Fucking
This guy
No
right here did it.
fucking way.
Schmeckle, you know that I'm out in Tennessee, so if I need to go there and make some shit, I'll do it for you, man. I got you.
If you're willing to go there and fucking like ask them if they can make something hotter than the end.
I will do that just for you, Schmeckle.
They'll probably tell
Man,
you, this is
I'll
going
give
to
you
be
money
poison.
to do it. If I can get something hotter than this. Fuck yeah.
Throw in some strychnine and razor blades.
This is this guy that did it is giving away 2 of the bottles of Sweeter Reaper hot sauce that he helped make. Maybe you can only do it if you're an actor or something. Like, is this guy anybody important? Because I don't know who it is. Brian Ambos.
No, I don't know who that is.
Brian Ambs?
But
Yes.
I'll go there fucking
Sorry.
every day and sit outside their fucking place until they let me make a goddamn bottle.
Looks like whatever he's pouring is
Money
actually
to go and do it, which obviously it does. I'll give you fucking money. And I'll give you the money for however much else it costs, and I'll give you money for if you can make something hotter than this sauce. Fuck yeah.
This guy apparently got some kind of Wall of Fame shit for
Brian
That looks like the
Ambs-
guy that does the dick punch hot stuff.
Brian Ambs is a guy out of Cincinnati who has a YouTube channel that promotes spicy foods, sour foods, photography, cooking, and skateboarding.
Yeah, see, that's the fucking bottle I got right there. Also, you know what? Somebody take my fucking Hot Ones video and fucking send it to them. Tell them I mentioned them a bunch. They're literally in every frame of that fucking video. Not because they gave me money, not because I expect money, because I love that fucking sauce.
Palace hat sass.
The left side of that photograph is just hilarious.
Well, these guys are interesting. I'll try to get a hold of them, try to get them on.
Yeah, Doc's the interview master, man.
Yes, dude.
Dude, it looks like he's getting some sweet hot.
Wait. Who just said they'll try and get him on?
Doc Griffin.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like Doc, are you talking about
Did a
like,
really bad line of cocaine or
are
something?
you talking about like the Pepper Palace guys?
Yeah.
He's talking
Man.
about an interview on
Hey,
his channel.
Interview.
I will instantly add you to the roster if you can get this shit to happen.
Well, dude,
I get paid for it.
I'll even have you on if you want to do a testimonial.
That's Adam fucking Sandler.
Man,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
I noticed that.
I'll go on. I'll give them a ridiculous testimonial. Like I said, I love this sauce. And not only is it the hottest shit I've had, it's
Apparently, there's a Pepper Palace in Niagara Falls.
then
That doesn't surprise me.
sauce I've had.
There's one in Niagara Falls. Fucking Schmeckle, get off your ass and go over there and get some.
Yeah, that's what I said. The closest one to me is multiple hours away. That's not
There's
actually
Nick Swartzen.
the closest one to me.
There's Nick Swartzen.
I still think
One,
Adam Sandler is more important.
2 hours away from me. That one's
Swartzen's
probably 4 hours away.
Funnier before. I don't know. He was funnier a while ago.
Yeah, he's gotten kind of whiny these days.
What is this? Most excellent Bloody
That's
Mary
what happens
sauce?
when you sell your soul to Netflix.
No, we
Yeah.
actually have a bottle of that as well.
Damn. You're a big fan.
I haven't tried it yet because I don't like Bloody Marys.
Yeah.
It was bought as a gift for me.
That was a Sven Gooey shirt.
Oh, up above this.
Yes.
1 moment, please. I'm trying to get my computer to not die.
That's Sven Gooey. Sven Gooey. I can talk.
Oh, Svengoolie.
Woo! I remember Sven Gooey. And
Fuck yeah, Svengoolie was so
Who the
fucking
fuck is
awesome.
Ben Gooley?
oh my god, he was a late night TV show host. He used to.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding me? He did all sorts of like the horror shit. Like he did fucking like, and he wore a top hat. Like I think he might be your dad, Schmeckle.
Oh, you know my real dad?
Yes.
He kind of he
ask
reminds
him when
me of
he's coming
Irate.
back. He should have his smokes by now.
This would be Schmechel if he got on the Wall of Fame, just crying his eyes out.
But
No, see, that's the thing. The first time around, yeah, it was ridiculously hot. Now I can basically deal with it.
Sven Gulli is still going.
Okay, no, that would kill you.
Yeah, he's still fucking
What's
rocking
the
shows and
hot
shit.
Use the end as toothpaste. That would kill you.
It's April Fool's, obviously, but do it,
That's
Schmechel.
Sven Gulli. That's Sven Gulli right there. I think I shared my screen correctly. I don't know. I hit screen share. Nope.
No.
Fuck you. Hang out.
Google hates you like it hates me.
Now you're being something. She's got a logo or something. I can't see anything.
There you go.
No, this is Sven Gulli. He's been doing late night with rubber chickens and caskets and crazy shit for probably 25 years now, maybe longer.
Wasn't he one of the originals?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, there was Up All Night with Rhonda, Gilbert Gottfried, and we were just talking about her Elvira.
Yeah,
and Sven Gulli. I think he started as a radio show host though.
Well, and Vampirella was way before them too.
And Vampire,
or Vampire. Sorry.
Yeah. There was a whole bunch before that.
Samaj. Can you do the big Samaj thing?
His name.
The fuck?
Who are you asking?
Yeah.
I'm talking to you, Trippy, and you know damn well.
I couldn't hear who you were talking about. Fucking.
I said skinny Samaj, do the fat Samaj thing.
All right. Well, tonight we had an asshole in a gorilla suit. We had Tim of the Hun, Ace of Skulls, Doc Griffin, Full Metal Pickle, Irate Prostate, myself, and we also had Buzz of the Hive, and I think that's it.
Yep.
That's everything. All right, cons. Do me a favor. Before you get to the next stream in about an hour, we're going to have the Blackman button. Between streams, go and wash your cocks, clean your cunts. Just get yourselves clean. I hate
always
at the chat, and I can practically smell you.
Don't forget about what Aces.
Always remember, at the point of fucking climax, you always need to scream, "Ooga fucking ooga, cunts!"
It's the only way you can properly climax. If you don't do it, your partner won't love you, and they have good reason not to love you. Rinse and repeat, cunts. Praise be to Sniggles. Get the fuck out.